But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
We're taking off.
Hi.
Pulling out of the station.
Yeah, that's it. All aboard. All aboard for the Opie and Anthony show. Yes. Man, I have a problem right away, though. I just want to deal with it.
What happened?
I have an issue.
What happened?
Well, let me think. Well, it's not as bad now, but I still.
What smells?
Still a little bit of it. Whoever brings me my ice diva. Boo! I'm an ice diva.
Yes.
Ooh. They put the top on my coffee-like cup, you know?
Yeah.
And whoever did it had Cologne on their fucking hand. And I lift it up. I lift it up to take a little sip, and I have to smell a man fucking cologne thing. Now, I know the incomparable Sal brought it in, but I'm not sure if Sal's the one that puts the ice in the cup and actually puts the top on, or if he delegates that responsibility to somebody.
You know what? You sound
else.
Psychotic saying, don't put your palm on my fucking lip place, but
Exactly.
now that's the new order.
Exactly.
No fucking palm on the lip.
No palm.
Sal?
Now, what happens, Sal?
I don't smell anything on my hands.
Do you use any cologne?
I do use cologne.
All right, then you had the fucking cologne on hands when you put the top on.
Yeah, how else do you put cologne on?
With the spray bottle. I don't wipe it on my
Oh,
hands.
yeah? Oh, now clean it up! Sorry, Jimmy. It was supposed to just hit the window.
I have ice water on me.
Is it cold, Jimmy? I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's freezing.
Oh, Jimmy!
Go get me a napkin.
It totally took the impact away from what I wanted to do.
That's all right.
It was supposed to hit the wall.
You almost took out his camera and his iPhone and everything else.
Jimmy.
Oh, it's all right.
Boy, did he fucking get all... You were freezing. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
I'm very cold.
It's just water.
I have water on me.
I went to throw it, the lid came off.
You know what? I want a viral video. You couldn't fucking wait for me to turn on a goddamn camera.
That's right.
Jimmy soaked the fucking wall is wet.
I know you didn't mean it.
I went to hit the wall and explode.
You didn't even come close to hitting the window.
No, it opened too soon.
Yeah, of course. Look at Jimmy.
There's cologne water on me.
Oh, Jimmy.
Wow, you all right, Ed?
Yeah, I just fucking hate that. I hate cologne hand water top thing.
That was great.
Oh, Jimmy,
It was
I feel so
it
bad.
was well worth it to have you throw the water against the wall.
But it would have been good if it exploded.
Yeah.
Not opened up in mid-swing and went all over Jimmy.
The lid
all over
Yeah,
Jimmy.
I went to throw the thing against the wall, but the lid flew off because the ice is heavy.
Should have held the lid.
Yeah, you got to. You know that shit.
I don't usually throw cups of water against.
Professor Anthony should know that you got to hold the lid.
You know what? I should have been able to learn from my dad to throw things against the wall effectively.
You know what that really was?
What?
You know what that looked like? You ever see that video of Bill Gates getting pied in the face?
Yeah.
And it's just because it all happened so fast.
Oh,
like, he didn't know
God.
how to react because it could have been anything at all.
Right.
That's exactly what Jimmy did.
Hey, Sal.
Yes.
You growing your hipster mustache?
That's why I got the beard, yeah. You told me to do it, so.
Yeah, but why
thought
are
he
you
was
growing
gonna
the
get
beard? That's cheating.
Mustache.
And then what? You're going to carve it into a fucking mustache and get rid of everything else?
Yeah, I don't have a very thick
We want the mustache coming in by itself.
Yeah.
Anyone could grow a beard and then, shave everything down to just the hipster mustache.
We want the shitty mustache growing in phase and everything.
In honor of my New York Islanders moving to Brooklyn, I demand it.
Oh.
I
Is that
demand it.
confirmed? They really are?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Good.
How do you feel about that?
And
That'll dry.
And
don't worry.
I know Twitter's a waste of time. I finally figured it out because I tweeted what I thought about the announcement, and then all day long, hey, well, why are you so quiet about the Islanders moving to Brooklyn? I'm like, look on my feed.
I fucking tweeted it.
I was right there. As soon as the announcement, I'm like, yay.
People really don't check maybe even 2 tweets back on somebody before they.
Well, that's why
tweet
I
something.
overtweet my videos and everything else because I know that.
Yeah, that's.
I know most people when you tweet it the first time don't even see that fucking tweet.
Yeah.
In their timeline.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Islanders are moving to Brooklyn, and I'm very excited because the alternative was they were going to move to some say Kansas City.
Kansas City.
At least the team stays in the New York area.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn's not a bad place.
Brooklyn.
Well, the best take I heard on this whole situation
Yeah.
was that they'll probably have a packed Barclays Center every night because hockey being not as popular as everything else, the hipsters will flock to it because no one's who's into hockey.
Because it's not fucking something.
Also, they're going to discover hockey because no one else likes it.
And then they're going to be the hockey crowd.
Hipsters are going to be Islander fans. Are going to all be hipsters now.
Yeah, I saw a great logo. Someone mocked up it. It was a rework of the logo. It said the Brooklyn Hipsters.
I saw it.
Yeah, the guy with the beard and shit.
I've been to a lot of Islanders games. Is it Islanders?
Islanders.
Yeah, Islanders games, and I don't think they're gonna fit in with the Brooklyn crowd. That's gonna be a strange mix.
Going to scare some of the people. I think the people are going to be scared that usually see the Islanders, the people that just go out to Nassau County,
right,
and fucking Suffolk and Nassau County people. They're going to go like, oh boy, we got to go to Brooklyn, honey.
Yeah.
Oh geez, it's there. Oh boy.
I've been a New Yorker. I'm truly a New Yorker now, but my roots are on Long Island.
Sure.
And for the Islanders to blow it and not be able to figure out how to keep that team on Long Island is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But with that said, I'm glad that they're at least going to be in the area. But how do they not figure that out? They had a shitty fucking Coliseum for many, many, many years. People started making fun of the Coliseum 15 years ago. It's easily 15 years ago. And in the last 10 to 15 years, they couldn't figure out how to keep that team happy.
What are they going to do with the Coliseum?
They'll probably fucking just tear it down.
Plow it under?
They're not going to be able to, without the Islanders, they're not going to be able to keep it up.
I mean, what else are they going to put there? Fucking Charlie Daniels is coming back to Long Island.
There's just not enough concerts, I don't think, to keep the thing going.
No.
They'll just do Brooklyn and other places. Why would you do that shitty
You do
old
Brooklyn,
venue?
you do fucking the Garden, shit like that.
Right.
Why would you go out to Nassau County?
It's a terrible venue.
It's horrible, man.
Awful.
It's just in the middle of nowhere, and... Huh?
The parking is good, but
Oh God, it's terrible.
the parking's terrible.
Parking's
Saying
horrible
everything
over the
about that
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Oh, the
stinks.
parking actually isn't bad.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it.
Parking lot isn't the parking lot like the moon?
It's
Like the
huge.
surface of the moon, though. It's like big fucking potholes in there.
Nah, they paved it over 1 year.
1 year?
After
Yeah.
I bitched. It was.
Oh, is that it?
I was very suspicious that I started bitching about. Look, at least you could do is put the lines back in where, where you're supposed to park. And suspiciously, a few months later, that was done.
Oh.
Now I forgot that they said that one of the reasons that they moved was because the Coliseum was kind of falling apart, and now the voters of Nassau County voted against like a $400 million renovation.
Stupid Anthony voted against
But
it.
hang on, but why
actually
are
did,
the
yes.
taxpayers on the hook? 'Cause I can't remember. Why were they responsible for that renovation?
They weren't. That's why it went to a vote, and everybody voted and said, "Fuck you, we're not paying for it."
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know the ins and outs, but I mean, it happens in other cities where they get new arenas and the taxpayers pay.
That should have been.
But in this case, they just didn't want it.
They could have fucking sold bonds or whatever the fuck they needed to do to raise the money, aside from raising taxes.
Yeah, from taxpayer money.
To throw that in. But,
That's what I mean by they just couldn't figure it out in the end.
I mean,
Because they should have had
yeah.
a plan fucking B after that vote went sour for them.
Yeah. So now, I mean, what the fuck? How many dumb white trash carnivals in the parking lot can they run? That's going to make them any
the
money.
Coliseum, it's a shithole. So without the
terrible.
Islanders, I really don't see how that could survive.
Why would you revamp it with no sports team
It's a
in there? So
shithole.
now they're in a position where it's like, oh, we're not going to build it up. We don't even have a sports team.
And I'm saying it here first, man. That the Islanders supposedly get to move. I say supposedly get to move in 2015. They move sooner. They break their fucking lease.
Oh, you think so?
Knowing they could be playing in a state of the art arena
Brooklyn?
immediately.
Yeah.
They will figure it out.
Imagine how nice it would be for a team to all of a sudden play it. You look up and there's just a brand new, nice fucking arena you're playing in. Oh,
That's why, I was going to say bittersweet, but that's stupid. I hate when people say bittersweet. Because, it would have been nice if they stayed actually on. I mean, it is technically the island. Brooklyn is technically part of Long Island.
yeah, but it's like.
But it's now you're talking, it's a city borough, obviously.
No one from Brooklyn or Queens is like, yeah, I'm from the Long Island.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I'm from Long Island. Yeah,
Of course
sure.
not. But I bet you the team somehow tries to figure out how to break their lease and move on immediately.
Yeah, I
if
don't
they
doubt
ever
it.
start playing hockey again.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a pretty bad lockout happening right now.
I hear what they're going to do at the Coliseum is they're going to keep it there and use it as a haunted house once a year.
How great would that be?
That'd be huge.
But what's going to happen is you're going to walk in, the lights have to remain on, and what they're going to do is just erect a giant ghost in the middle of the Coliseum.
That's
you just
it?
walk in and look at it.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and the sound effect, boo, plays.
I thought it was going to be tunnels and things where you weave around. in a huge coliseum.
Jimmy's doing Ted without the Ted voice.
No, that was just
really
Jimmy's
strange.
idea.
I just have a haunted house craving lately, so just squeezing it in everywhere.
Do you want to go into haunted house?
Very much. I just want to go.
Haunted house. Thing?
Haunted houses are all right.
We used to go to Spooky World.
Spooky World
up there in Massachusetts. It was kind of funny watching people get all scared and shit.
Yeah,
chasing you around with chainsaws
until they recognize you and go, "Hey, man, big fan."
That's where it started sucking. When we first went there, it was all cool.
Fucking scare me, please.
It's fun, and then we started going to Spooky World like a couple of years into it, and that
truly happened.
People that worked there was starting to go, "I love the show, man." Just don't take me out of this. I'm having fun.
Yeah, really bad. So the Islanders' announcement was big, but not the biggest announcement yesterday, certainly.
No.
Fucking Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
That was great.
And we love
yeah, sure. He is embarrassing. That was his face. Oh.
And we get along with his son. We like his son, but Donald Trump's a circus act. What?
It
the
really
fuck happened to this guy?
I mean, that announcement.
He's always been kind of like this guy, but now it's an extreme version of the original Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He's a circus act.
Everyone speculated that this announcement was going to be maybe about some kind of divorce that was being filed.
Something that would change the entire election.
Yeah, some type of surprise.
There was rumors of divorce papers.
Right. Yeah, the divorce thing, and then just anything. It turned out to be, a circus thing, a fucking P.T. Barnum thing that he has against Obama.
It's a morning zoo bit.
Yeah. Oh, God.
It's kind of a morning zoo bit.
I'm the fugitive, you're fired. I'm the fugitive.
And then he's so pompous. He's getting killed for this announcement.
Oh,
he really is.
Ugh, Twitter was brutal.
And then he's got a tweet out there going, "Oh, the support has been overwhelmingly positive."
Yeah, I read a few replies. People were like, "Oh, do you, give me your other account then."
Yeah,
because I'm reading the one that is not supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Obama absolutely should be, showing us all his records.
Everything.
If you're the president of the United States, I'd like to know a little something about you. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But Obama's not going to placate to Donald Trump. He would look like a fool.
Yeah. Every single grade they ever got. And I mean Romney, him, any of these guys. If you're going to run the free world, I should have access to everything in your fucking life.
Yeah.
If you can make that many decisions that affect me,
yep.
Every grade you ever got, I should be able to see. Everywhere you ever traveled, I should be able to see.
We have a very vague knowledge of Obama, by the way. Like every other president, you could look at a biography of every other president, and you really do have an indication of every year of their life, what they did, where they were, their schooling, military careers, whatever it is. Like, you can't look back and go, all right, at 18, what was he doing? At 23, what was he doing? Like with Obama, it's this vagary of this mysterious world traveling with various parental units and guardians, and where was he when, and
we certainly know all
odd.
That. But for Trump to do this,
it's ridiculous.
You want to play the announcement? Most people heard this already, right? But let's roll through it. So it was
President Obama
So it was a YouTube video that went live. I mean, it was pre-recorded, but went live on his Twitter at 12 noon yesterday. And I was right there, man, for the big announcement.
The least transparent president in the history of this country. There's never been anything like it. We know very little about our president. I'm very honored to have gotten him to release his long-form birth certificate, or whatever it may be. Now, many people.
Can you pause real quick, because something's enraging me. His hands.
Yes.
I don't like his hands. It looks like a bouncing ball in a music video.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're perfectly equidistant and going in and out in a robotic fashion.
Yes, he's accenting certain words.
And you could hear his cufflinks or whatever it is, hitting the table every time he puts his arms down. So it's like tick, 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 tick,
and he puts them out in a weird jazz hands fashion. Ah.
Very uncomfortable.
Yes.
Serious questions. I have a deal for the president, a deal that I don't believe he can refuse,
Well, he's
and I
going
hope
to.
he doesn't.
He's not even going to fucking...
If Barack Obama opens up and gives his college records and applications, and if he gives his passport applications and records, I will give to a charity of his choice, Inner City Children in Chicago, American Cancer Society, AIDS research, anything he wants, a check immediately for $5 million.
Damn.
The check
This is
will
like
be
Dr.
given
Evil.
within 1 hour
$5 million.
after he releases all of the records so stated.
So stated.
He'll be doing a great service
Wasn't this
to
one
the
of
country
the
if
plot
he does
lines
this.
from Batman?
If he releases these records, it will end the question and indeed the anger of many Americans.
It's like that local
They'll
car
know
salesman.
something
Yes.
about their president.
$5,000
will become
for Obama's
transparent
records.
like other
Scholars
presidents.
records.
So, all he has to do to get $5 million for a charity or charities
This is a
of
radio
his choice,
bit.
It's a gag.
We've done this dumb
get
bit.
his colleges
Monty
to
Trump.
immediately give
That's a good
his
one.
applications
Obama, what
and
do you have a
Pause.
paperclip?
Also-
Do you have a paperclip in your bag? Show us your passport application. Do you have it in there? I think he does. He's looking for it. He's dressed as the president. That's his costume.
Let's make a deal.
Yeah, this
with
guy,
Donald Trump.
Dude, this guy is he comes off as a buffoon in this. What is he doing?
I'm relieved today because it's obvious you're a big Romney guy, and I thought you might have been all in with the Donald Trump announcement. I'm so
God,
relieved
no.
you're not.
God, no. This
I wasn't
is
sure. I wasn't sure.
retarded.
I'm on the way in today. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't talked to Anthony. I wonder how
This
he
is
feels about this
ridiculous.
Donald Trump announcement.
The fact that even Hannity was entertaining
He
it
was,
last
a
night
little
on
bit.
his show was I was watching Hannity and just going like, oh God,
come on, Sean.
Sean, what are you doing? I mean, he kind of did it, to his credit, a little tongue in cheeky. But he was saying, he goes, you know what? It's a good deal, $5 million if you want to help out and stuff. He wasn't really jumping on it, but even to entertain it at all is silly.
But presidents don't even negotiate with terrorists.
Well,
so why would he negotiate? It's kind of a weird little negotiation thing with fucking Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You know what a clown Obama would look like if he released something like that just to get a check?
Jesus.
It'd be embarrassing.
Right.
It'd be like saying if he wears like a felt pimp suit, I'll send $1,000.
That would be great.
Terrible.
Donald Trump thinks it's great.
And the way he
thinks the
prefaced
feedback
this
on this has been
announcement,
great.
like it was going to be this big exposing
Holy shit
this
moment.
this fucking thing. He was going to hold it up and be, here it is, the fucking form that says he was born in the North Pole.
I got tricked because I thought it was going to be one of these Clinton things, you know?
Yeah.
When we first found out that Clinton was getting blowjobs in the White
cummy
House,
dress.
I got tricked for a little bit. I thought, holy fuck, I think Donald Trump really has something
I have a
here.
cummy dress right here.
I have a photo of Obama wearing white after Labor Day. I will release it.
I'm going to have a gentleman from Gurney speak right now.
Oh my God, what dreck!
It's drivel.
You know, if he said, this would have been a better one. If he releases these records, I will take this pink tie and hang myself at the end of this video. That's an offer that everybody would like to see him take.
It's a win-win.
I'll fire myself.
I was out of touch yesterday a little bit. Did the news shows do anything on this? Obviously they did, but how much coverage did they have on it?
Well,
and were they mocking him, or what was the whole feel out there?
They
told me about Hannity.
You know what? I really didn't see a lot of news coverage on it.
Yeah.
I mean, probably some of the local goofy things were doing it, but as far as CNN, even Fox, things like that, aside from, like Hannity, I guess Greta didn't even talk about it. Greta. I don't think, not sure about any of the other shows.
Yeah, okay.
I was flipping around last night. Flipping around.
Let's play the rest of this, the big Donald Trump announcement.
$1 for a charity or charities of his choice is get his colleges to immediately give his applications and records, and also to release his passport records. When he does that, to my satisfaction, if it's complete, this check is delivered immediately. A lot of people will be very, very happy to see this happen. Frankly, it's a check that I very much want to write. I absolutely would be the most happy of all if I did, in
as
fact,
opposed to the
make
happiest.
this contribution through the president.
I'm going to sit in front of this guy in a meeting.
One caveat: the records must be given by October 31st at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Why?
Mr. President, not only will I be happy, and by the way, totally satisfied, but the American people will be happy. And you know what? Those charities will be very, very happy. Thank you, Mr. President.
It must be done by October 31st, where I will come out in full clown makeup, as I should be wearing in this video. I will have a big red nose on, and I will be acting like a clown in a video.
That is embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
And he's addressing the president.
Yeah, the president.
Like, not, hey, everybody, this is my little thing for the president. He's like, Mr. President, I'm going to make a video and just talking to the camera. Mr. President.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
You know
that?
how many of those are going to be out today, probably?
Yes,
Oh, God, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's going to be a few of those.
Mr. President, indeed.
It's definitely a plot line from like a Batman movie or something.
It is. It's stupid. He's a supervillain.
Where like the Joker takes over the mayor's office.
Right. He's a supervillain.
Puts out a message to Batman. Obama just happened to be on Leno last night, and he certainly commented about this because,
I'll say that's smart timing by Trump. That's why he did it that day, because he knew he was taping Leno.
Right.
That's not a mistake.
And Leno was going to ask him about it.
Of course.
Now, I got to ask you about this. What's this thing with Trump and you? I don't. It's like me and Letterman. What has he got against you here? I don't get it.
This all dates back to when we were growing up together in Kenya.
Yeah.
I gotta give you that one. We had constant run-ins on the soccer field. And, he wasn't very good and resented it. When we finally moved to America, I thought it'd be over.
But no. Have you met him? I know you're been in the same room. I saw you at the correspondence. Have you met him?
I haven't actually.
You haven't actually met him?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Yeah, Obama's sounding a little looser there.
Yeah.
You got as stiff.
When we were growing up in Kenya, and my drunken, womanizing father hit him with our car, and Donald never lived it down.
And then you got the Trump on Piers Morgan yesterday.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
There's nothing wrong with his applications. If everything's fine, why wouldn't he do it? To pick up $5 million for a charity? Why wouldn't he? I think that would be a terrible thing of
All
the
right, can you pause
president
this?
to not.
I wish Bill Gates would come out and say, if Donald Trump shows his dick, I'll donate $10 million. I don't have the money to entice Trump. But how about this? I'll give $10 million to a charity if you just stand there and take a video of yourself waving with your dick out.
Yeah, do you think he'd do it?
No, I don't.
Of course not.
Of course he wouldn't.
do it in order to pick up $5 million? I think that would be outrageous. Personally.
Well, he would say that it's just a publicity stunt for you.
It's not a publicity stunt. What difference? I'm not looking to pay $5 million. I mean, frankly, I have other things. I have my own charities that I contribute to. I don't have to pay $5 million to a charity of his choice. It's not a publicity stunt. It's a serious, very serious offer, essentially, where a charity is the beneficiary, a great charity and a charity of his choice. Now, if everything is fine with those applications, why wouldn't he do it? Now, he'll poo-poo it. He'll say, forget it. I don't want to do this.
No,
I don't
he
know.
won't
Trump's
acknowledge
a bad
it,
guy.
dummy.
All this nonsense has nothing to do with me. Here's $5 million, a tremendous amount of money going to a charity of his choice. All he has to do is show some papers.
We get it.
We get it. We get the offer.
You're not picking up steam with this one.
Yeah. No, he's like, oh, fuck, I thought it was going to get more heat. He's done.
That's embarrassing.
This is just a dumb fucking gimmick.
Wow, that was really uncomfortable. Because I really thought he might have had something.
Yeah, everybody was speculating.
Dude, I'll admit, I looked in the afternoon. I had forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And I actually went to you got me so fucking good with that cocksucker basketball video.
Did you?
You got me about 6 times with that. You fucking nailed me.
I didn't think I could get you.
Oh, you fucking nailed me. That's like the 6th time you've gotten me. Because that's actually where I went to look. I fucking went to, like, Opie's probably Twitter it, and you said the Trump's big announcement. I'm like,
I just wrote it in case you missed it. Here's the big Trump announcement. It's my stupid,
made me really
my
laugh.
stupid basketball video.
That made me laugh.
Which, by the way, I acknowledge it's a dumb video. Relax out there.
Oh my God,
that's the bit.
Do you think that they don't think that you acknowledge it?
They think I'm really trying to push the video. There's a million videos that have better fucking basketball trick shots, you jerks. Oh, I got you, though? That makes me so happy.
Yeah, you got me good.
Oh, well, Jimmy was able to get me last night, too.
Yeah?
Because, was I singing a little tune around the house last night?
Were you?
That goddamn fucking kid Dinosaur. Dude, it stuck in my head where I could not stop just... It was running through my head all night long.
I'll tell you where I got that from. Amy Schumer's coming in today.
Yeah.
So I watched her movie with Parker Posey, who I fucking love.
She's a great actress.
Parker Posey is fantastic.
Why don't you Parker Posey or something like parallel
parking? How about I put a pocket up? I put it in my pocket. I can't think of that. You fucked me up, homie. Fucking stole my joke, cocksucker. But I love Parker Posey, so I watched this movie. And Amy was great, man. I mean, I'm not just saying it because she's my friend.
Yeah, she's gonna do all right in movies.
She's really good.
I saw the first half hour, and then it was time to...
It was just too late, right?
Kids had to get baths, and oh, my God. Oh, my God. I was enjoying the movie, too. My God, man.
But this song is in the movie, and it's a weird montage, but it worked. And I had to go and find the actual song, and I'm like, oh, boy, is this going to fucking bother people.
Oh... It was so annoying. Hey, Parker Posey's tits.
I love Parker Posey. She's here today, too, in the afternoon, but she doesn't do morning press. She's coming at like 12:30.
Oh.
Can we look? I was on my Twitter feed, that Dinosaur song.
Yeah, what's it called? Dinosaur fucking... It was so... It just stuck in my fucking head.
In your craw.
What's it called? Dinosaur...
Go to my Twitter feed. It's on...
Yeah, it's on Jimmy's... Twitter feed.
Yeah, because I don't know the name of it, but I just direct link to the video.
And we need the Colbert report.
What's
he had an offer for Trump too. That people.
Oh, did he?
Something about dipping his balls in his mouth or something.
That's funny.
Oh God, this is so annoying. Now it's just gonna be stuck in my head again. It's on noggin. You have noggin on in the house, Opie?
What's noggin?
That's some kid thing.
Oh no.
Some chick. Oh no.
I don't have the noggin.
Oh, no. I will give it that the girl playing guitar has big tits.
The dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that? We are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. We make the earth flat. We make the earth flat. We stop and eat our food.
This was so annoying last night.
I love it.
Stop when we're in the mood.
No, I wasn't marching around the house. What do you think of that? I think it stinks.
How about one more time through?
Cause we are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that?
Oh my God.
The dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. We make the earth flat. We make the earth
you know this one?
I know every Lori Berkner song.
Do you?
Wait, you know this?
Yeah, they play her stuff on like Nick Jr. and stuff.
Yeah.
They will all get in your head.
This song, this was gonna run around in your head for a month. Nothing stops it.
No. Last night, I finally just forgot the tune.
Lori fell asleep.
Oh, no. The kids are worried.
She probably plays dead for attention. Oh, my cancer.
Oh, God. This is so annoying.
You don't like it?
I hate it. And at some point last night, it got out of my head, and I couldn't remember the tune, and I was
Welcome back.
I was thankful.
Welcome
now
back.
It's
Is
just,
right.
Yeah.
You should throw this in your karaoke machine.
No. Does she go around live for those live shows?
Oh, yeah.
Well, makes a fucking
Very
fortune.
popular, yeah.
She's a millionaire for this. Guaranteed. A lot of money in kids' programming.
You think she thought that this is what she would be doing when she got into music?
Well,
thought she was going to be Pat Benatar or something.
One of our pals told me very recently.
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck everything. I'm going into this."
Really?
And that would be Jim Brewer.
Oh,
Jim Brewer's
no.
like, these idiots come up with a simple fucking song and they're making just boatloads of money. And he wants to start doing it.
What could he possibly do that's kid oriented?
He does kid shit.
Jim's crazy.
By the way, I have a tweet for the official. Doc from Brooklyn says it's called Dinosaurs Are Cunts.
Stupid dinosaurs.
Oh, boy.
Travis, you know that shit, huh?
Sure, I have a 3-year-old.
Whoa, I got a 2.5-year-old.
Well,
I'm supposed to know that?
Yeah.
I just watch a lot of Nick
You must
Jr.
know other ones, right?
Yeah.
I know all the Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah.
And what time is it? It's time for lunch.
Who doesn't like Yo Gabba Gabba?
I'm talking bubble guppies
Come
now.
How did they incorporate that into the movie, Jimmy?
There was this, a weird scene of them doing something. Like it was an office. Parker Posey plays an office manager who's a fucking
the boss.
The new boss.
Yeah, the new boss.
Who's a psychopath.
Oh, okay.
Amy plays one of the people that works in the office, and you know there's a male lead and a bunch of people, and they're doing something. They're doing something to meet a deadline.
I could get it now. Yeah, I understand.
And
what,
it just goes,
that kind of fits. Yeah.
Yeah, we are the dinosaur, and it's a weird placing, but it was an amazing placing of music. It was the most bizarre thing you'd never expect to see in a fucking film. I'm like, what is this?
Well, unfortunately, you found
You
out.
think it's going to get in people's heads today?
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, let's play the hook every break, please.
Oh,
Erock.
God. Oh.
The one that's in my head is the Bubble Guppies. Line up, line up. Could you find some Bubble Guppies for me, please?
Oh, Jesus.
It's catchy,
We
though.
Yeah, that's
are
the thing
the
about kids shows,
elephants
they're all
working
catchy.
the board. We are the elephants.
And we're not listening to the show. We are the elephants lumbering, snoozing. We are the elephants writing a fantasy wrestling shit. Oh, we are the elephants hoagieing, hoagieing. We are the elephants eating steak in a cup.
Not even a smirk.
No, why would he smirk?
No.
Oh, we are the elephants frowning, frowning.
He's not very happy.
Well, maybe,
why would he?
maybe he's not paying attention.
Maybe
he's been
he's
known
not
to not
hearing
pay
this.
attention. Erock, you know what we're
call.
talking about right now?
Nope, not at all.
I'll tell you, we are the elephants not shaving, shaving. What an unshaven mess you are.
Oh.
Fix that face.
What happened, Erock?
Immediately. You know, we could do some jingles.
Ooh. Oh, yeah?
Jimmy segging us into jingles.
Mr. Jingle.
Well, we haven't done any of the entries in the O&A audio contest in a couple days. We got a bunch of them.
I'm still getting a bunch, too. I got
Good.
a lot more where that came from.
I think we got another couple weeks to get your entries in. before
November 9th. I
Wow,
believe,
good.
Is the last day.
And then we can start figuring this shit out.
Yeah, I mean, we're slowly, compiling a list of the ones that you guys have liked the most.
Yeah.
So
We should highlight those again.
yeah, I mean,
The best of the best. But today we're going to do new entries. We got one
I put a
from-
couple that I don't think are really, the
Oh, I
best
see. In
down
big
there.
letters,
Yeah.
not
However,
good.
they do make me chuckle, but there's just something about them that's also just so terrible.
All right. We got Brad Showers. Here's his entry in the O&A jingle/audio contest.
I was howling, and everyone was howling.
Erock, were you howling? Erock, were you howling? Erock, were you howling? Fucking howling. Erock, were you howling? Erock, were you howling?
I was howling, and everyone was howling.
Erock, were you howling? Erock, were you howling? Erock, were you howling?
Fucking howling.
Erock, were you howling? Erock, were you howling?
Laughing my ass
I was
off.
howling. on my house.
All right, that's cheating. That's cheating.
Just a cheap laugh.
Yes, that's cheating. That's like saying, "How you doing, Cleveland?" That's cheating at the end.
Back me up, ladies.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, he knew that would get a laugh.
Oh, the howling.
That's kind of funny.
The worst part of that, I had no idea that was one of my crutches. I know most of my crutches, so relax. You don't
Those
have
are
to
the
point out
worst ones that you
rest
just
of them.
don't know.
When that video hit YouTube, I'm like, holy fuck, I say that a lot. I had no idea. You want another entry?
Yes.
Cameron Albergo, it looks like.
Penis is what boys have down in front. Penis is the word, though it seems blunt. All boys have a penis, so no matter what you've heard, remember the penis is the proper word. Vulva is what girls have down below.
Even though most people call it vagina, and some children call it vagina.
Vulva, when she's naked it will show. All girls have a vulva, so no matter what you've heard, remember that vulva is the proper word.
Does it get better than that?
He turned it into a song.
Faster and kind of.
No, that's not him singing.
The guitar.
Well, no, it's not him singing, but the music.
That stinks.
We don't have
All right.
top.
We're bailing on that one.
Sometimes
You're listening to that.
we differ.
You did it.
Stolen.
It sucks.
Forrest.
I'm not sure that's original.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
original.
really?
Sucks.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to the next
fuck
one.
me.
This is my thin Jewish wife. She abandoned our family. Sorry, Travis.
Didn't even know.
We'll move on to Dan Heaton.
Bloody child's underpants.
Bloody child's underpants.
Bloody children's underpants.
Anthony Show.
There's no music there.
Now that's good.
What the
Let me hear
What
that
the
one more
fuck?
time. I wasn't ready for it.
Bloody child's underpants.
Bloody child's underpants.
Bloody children's underpants.
Opie and Anthony Show.
Jesus. What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's good.
That's a perfect promo, though.
It really is. Says it all.
Fernando Vieira.
Owen A's got the best shark jocks. Jess is gonna leave Sam for a bigger cock. Erock's fat.
Oh, wow. Was that one of the good ones, Travis,
There's
that you
just
picked?
so many bad ones.
So many like that, right?
But you didn't label that as not good,
No,
sir.
but listen, there's just so many bad ones that when something like that comes out, I'm like, okay.
Do you realize you could just grab your phone, go like, blah, 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 and email it?
Do you realize that that's what 90% of the people are doing?
Yes. The old days, you had to put it on tape. It had to be some type of sound adjustments made, and then you had to physically mail it in.
Let's see how Ted M does here.
Ooh.
Opie, Jimmy, and Anthony and loves young pussy, and he rocks a big fat ass. Opie, Jimmy, and Anthony. Jimmy loves trannies, and Detroit is a hipster douchebag, and Dope is a brother man. Opie, Jimmy, and Ant.
Oh, God. Oh, that's so bad. He just took some fucking
NFL music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, we are the dinosaurs. Dun, dun, dun.
Marching.
Did it do consuming yet?
What
No.
do you think
Well,
of
he
that?
consumes
Oh,
it.
yeah, he consumes. We
Oh.
are the
The
elephants consuming. Consuming.
I had one stuck in my head the other night.
Elephants. Erock sure is fat.
Here's Josh Howell. Today's entries for the O&A audio contest. With special guests.
Sirius XM presents The Opie and Anthony Show. Starring Opie.
This is going to be fun for everyone.
Anthony.
Your mother's a slut, and I banged her.
And Jim Norton.
If you head towards your goals will meet you halfway.
With special guests, Chip Chipperson.
What's that?
Uncle Paul.
Let me kiss your tummy.
Josh Goodnaturedly.
Come here. Let me tickle you.
Edgar.
Lick my teeth.
Canadian Jim.
Want to try to put it in the backside.
Ted Shepard.
I'm narcoleptic.
White-Eyed Jim. Frank the Frowner.
I don't care.
Eugene.
Just
Jelly. Sudley. Future Jim. Literal Jim. Boardroom Jim. Ramon. Valley Jim. Crime Fighting Jim. Smooth Jazzy Jim. Swedish Jim. Gypsy. Coach Jimmy. Ah, fuck it. This show's getting ridiculous.
That's pretty funny. The guy had a good gimmick there.
Very good.
It just took off. But it's a lot of Jimmy characters.
But he forgot the most popular one.
Oh.
Smiling Jim.
Oh.
Hi, welcome to the show.
I just liked how catchy it was. That one's going to get stuck in my head all day.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I know, it could have been
jingle. Nothing. It should be a jingle.
A jingle should have like a
it's not a
tempo
jingle
to
contest anymore.
I don't think, no.
They've
now it's
all
just
pointed out
audio.
that it wasn't part of the rules.
Yeah.
True.
How about something jingly? Like, you know, radio.
That's good.
I was watching Boardwalk Empire the other night, and something got stuck in my head where I sung a song about the Blarney Stone to myself, and it was I'm like, oh, do I have to kill them with this? But it went away the next day.
Oh, you can't remember the Blarney Stone song that you had?
It just hit me. It was like a 2-verse, like a 2-line song. Something about Blarney Stone. It was terrible. And it was not from anything. And I just, consider yourselves lucky it left.
Consider yourself lucky. It just popped in your head?
Oh, it was awful. And it was from nowhere. It stunk.
You guys want to hear a not good one?
Oh, yeah.
And that's how we start. All right. Now we got to turn a little homosexual. Old white men. Old mother hucker. You're going to take all the licks you can get.
It's not great, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
These are huge. Suck the big one. This one, man, I felt my throat get sore.
You know this is not normal, right?
And here it is. It is upon me. My body just collapses afterwards. My immunities are down.
I didn't know he was gay.
Satellite's gone.
What the fuck, psychopath? Put this together. What is he doing? It's like Ron and Fez. What is he doing?
I don't know. That one scares me.
That is scary.
There's people out there like that.
I think sometimes people they string stuff together and in their own heads, it's a conversation and it makes sense in the context of their brains. But then the second it's outside of yourself, it's fucking gone.
I mean, there's a part in there where you thought it was over. It's just 3 seconds of silence.
Yeah. There's no rhyme or reason to that one.
Why would you hand that in?
So far, that's in the lead.
Yeah, that's the winner.
Well, it's going to win for editing anyway.
Yes,
great.
Yes. We'll give an editing award out.
Good one.
And finally, this is the last one for now. Maybe we get some other ones for later on in the show.
Is this one not good?
I don't know. Yeah, it's labeled not good.
Oh. There's a line in here that made me really laugh, but overall, I don't think it's good.
I don't like the look of it.
Erock is a fatso. Erock is a fatso. Erock is a fatso. Erock is a fatso. Erock is a fatso.
Oompa loompa doompa dee do. XM Serious Radio. Oompa loompa doompa dee dee. Mornings with Opie and Anthony.
Erock is a fatso. Erock is a fatso. Erock is a fatso.
What do you get between 6 and 10? Something before Sam's shit show begins. But it's repulsing, revolting, and wrong. Jimmy has different voices all day long. Yeah!
Erock is a fatso. Erock is a fatso.
This is terrible.
Erock is a fatso.
I like that part.
Loompa, doompa, dee,
All right.
Erock looks like Honey Boo Boo. If you're not a fan, then have a nice day. Opie and Anthony are here to stay.
That was the line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they call it Erock's in the chocolate factory or something.
Wow.
The Honey Boo Boo line got me, but the rest of it is just...
I didn't mind the tempo, too.
Shit.
Erock is a fatso. Erock is a fatso.
Well, none of those are going to make the best of yet.
Terrible.
Not even the first one?
Which one was the first one?
It was awful.
I forget, but you guys laughed. I've heard so many.
Oh, the howling one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that had a good tempo.
That might be able to make
All
the
right.
disc for now.
But it wasn't a jingle. It's just
That
a
one
mix.
might be able to move on to the next round.
All right.
Oh, God. All right, so what do we do? It's $2,000 courtesy of Steven Singer.
Yeah.
IHateStevenSinger.com. You got to get your entries in before November 9th. And you could send them into...
Opie Anthony at SiriusXM.
Right. Why isn't that on here?
It's not part of the thing.
Oh, we got to read this?
Yeah.
As long as we say Steven Singer, isn't that good enough?
He's happy, I'm sure.
All right, good. So we did it then. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com today. Thank you, Steven Singer.
Yeah.
Many more where that came from.
Yes. All right. Do we have the Colbert thing? He made
Sam's pulling it.
Oh, he's pulling it?
Yes.
All right, we'll do that after the
Pull it.
break then.
I want to plug this real quick.
Yeah, Jimmy.
I leave right after the show to go to Philly tonight. I believe the Late Show might be sold out. There was less than 20 tickets as of yesterday. So I think the Sunday show this weekend is the only one with availability at the Helium in Philly. Once again, Philly just comes through as a fucking great market.
They're animals.
They're fucking great for this show.
Fucking animals.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Erock.
Oh, we are the dinosaurs, marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that? We are the dinosaurs, marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. We make the earth flat. We make the earth flat.
Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Got a little Stray Cats in there, huh?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
A lot of guests today.
We got Steven Spielberg coming in for a Lincoln.
We do?
Of course not.
Oh. I got excited.
I
like,
know.
really?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Got Amy Schumer today.
Yes.
She's in a new movie. And we got Brandon Steiner coming in from Steiner, what is it called? Sports Auctions? What?
The Steiner Brothers?
The Steiner Brothers?
Yeah.
Nice. What does he do?
What does he do?
Sports memorabilia? That guy?
Some sports stuffs.
And we got Tom Green today. Nice. Oh, very
right.
good. Every time he comes in, we got some controversy.
Green. What's he doing these days?
Stand up.
Oh, yeah?
Is he in town for some stand up?
Yeah, I think he's at Carol Lines, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, nice.
Or maybe I am mistaken, so who knows?
Ah.
No, Caroline's October 25 to the 28th. Which is tonight through Sunday.
So he'll be in a little later. World Series, Giants beat the Tigers 8-3 to take a 1-zip lead. Game 2 tonight.
I love not having the pressure of having to root for a team.
You just fucking bail totally, huh?
You go through that beginning right after your team loses. You just go through kind of like, fuck, would have been cool. Like, would have been nice to be able to go to some games and stuff, playoff games and shit like that, in the World Series game. But then it just gets like you hear like there was a game last night. I didn't even pay attention. And then, you hear that the Giants won, and you just think, oh, God, I'm so glad I don't have to worry about that.
Really?
Yeah. Once it's all over, you're just like, good.
Just let me know when it's Game 7.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, it's fixed every year. I'll watch Game 7. That'll be fun. Did it go 7 games last year?
What do they have? The Giants, yeah.
Yeah, they kicked Verlander's ass, right? Verlander's
Yes, the 2011 World Series did go 7 games.
See? It's all fixed. So let me know when Game 7 is. I'll watch that.
Is Verlander that ugly chick?
What do you mean?
Is that the pitcher?
But yeah, he's the fucking...
Is that ugly girl?
He's the...
pitches?
He wasn't supposed to get rocked like he did last night.
No?
I know that much. Fuck yeah. I'm
Bing,
pushing
bing,
for
bing.
the Tigers, too. Got to push for the Tigers. Unlike politicians, I'll fucking tell you who I want to win.
Oh, no, it's Lincomb.
Who's that?
Lincomb. The pitcher is the ugly chick.
No.
Yeah.
So the Donald Trump announcement was a big deal yesterday, and Stephen Colbert had his own fucking
Stephen Colbert.
offer.
Stephen Colbert.
I am so moved by this generous offer that I have an offer of my own right over here. Mr. Trump, I will write you a check for $1 million from Colbert Super PAC, you know I've got it, to the charity of your choice. Anything. Save the children, feed the children, put the children on Child Apprentice, whatever. $1 million actual dollars, if you will let me dip my balls in your mouth.
Oh, fuck, is that good?
Why do they still make believe that Jon Stewart is the big guy over there?
I don't know.
I want to know the answer to that. Jon Stewart does a very good job, don't get me wrong.
Fucking
but
hilarious.
Colbert fucking destroys.
He just nails it every time. He's
on
got
a daily basis.
Perfect angle on
and also
things.
made Jon Stewart change his whole way of doing things.
Yeah.
Stewart's gotten, I think, more like actually like he interviews the
He's
president.
the real guy.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he's got almost a little bit more.
They're
of a
still
dick
trying to make everyone think he's the main guy over there when there might be someone a little more talented right there in the lineup.
Colbert, that whole character, that whole right-wing talk show guy, political talk show guy, it's hilarious.
If you will let me dip my balls in your mouth. But this dipping, and I hope you're listening very carefully, Mr. Trump, this dipping has to be to my, and more importantly, my balls' satisfaction. Okay? One caveat. My balls must be in your mouth no later than 5 p.m. October 31st. Okay? My balls have a thing that night. Now, nothing would make me happier than to write this check. And nothing would make America happier than have something going into your mouth instead of coming out of it. Call me. Let's do this for the kids.
There you go. Why wouldn't Donald Trump do that?
Yeah, come on, Donald.
That's easy money.
Easy money.
Easy money for one of your charities.
Charity gets help, and you just got to have Colbert's balls in your mouth for a little bit.
He's fucking
easy.
He's the shit, man.
Good one.
A good one.
Yeah.
We have Jocktober just sitting here.
Jocktober. Oh, the fucking stupid fugitive yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that kind of...
Jesus.
Kind of took the fucking...
I hate that.
Energy out of the bit, didn't it?
It's terrible.
But we also have a virgin who sold...
Virgin?
She sold her virginity.
I make 15 cents off of it.
Holy fuck, can we do this with Stalker Patty?
I don't know, I have a lump on my thyroid. I have to have it checked out.
Is that real?
Yeah, she tweeted that.
Oh, my God.
I have a lumpy thyroid.
How old is she now?
I don't know. What is she?
She hasn't been around in a while. That probably the new listeners don't even know who she is. Stalker Patty, our virgin friend that we met probably... I don't even want to know. I think 15 years ago at this point.
It's got to be.
She's got to be 54 or 5.
Still a virgin?
I think older than that.
Really?
Maybe.
Really?
Really? It seems like we were saying she was a 50-year-old virgin like years ago.
How old is she, Erock?
I think Danny's right.
Yeah. It's around 54, 55.
Wow, I thought she was older.
She's 54, 55, and she's still a virgin? Still?
Of course she is.
Still waiting for that special person?
There's no one that she would fuck. I'm waiting for something special to, like what, the Grim Reaper?
Yeah, get her on the phone. Please.
Yeah, where has she been? We could hear about her fucking thyroid tumor. I don't know what the fuck.
If your where is your thyroid?
It's like in your neck.
It is. They always feel, that's why they feel it to see if there's any lumps on it.
Yeah, there's all kinds of shit going on in your neck. Glands and fucking
a lot of
things.
wiring. There's just a lot of wiring
between the
in that
body
area.
and head. There's a lot going through that conduit.
Yep.
You know, too much.
I think it was Don Gavin, the Boston comic, who I saw a clip of, do a very funny line about when you got. I think it was him. Where if you got something wrong with you, like if you feel something, you're like, oh my God, and you immediately check the other side to see if it's there too.
To see if it matches.
And then you're like, oh God, it's there. Thank God. Thank God. I got a lump on both sides.
I bet you got double fucking death in your neck.
Yeah, imagine it's double death, and you think it's okay.
Yeah.
So we got this virgin. She auctioned off her virginity, and a Japanese man wins.
Of course.
God bless her. It won't even hurt.
Yeah.
She'll still be a virgin.
Twice.
She's going to redo the contest after. Very good.
What was the deal? How old a gal?
She's 20. Well,
20?
You got a Japanese man. He pays $780,000 for the virginity of a 20-year-old Brazilian woman. Wow.
$780,000.
You know how that's 200 years old in any other country to be a virgin.
Is that her?
Was that her?
Let me see.
Yeah, let's see.
Wow.
Let's see. Where's she from? Brazil?
Brazil. That's... Come on. She's a virgin?
She's a virgin? What
Come
happened?
on now.
Come on.
Oh.
I want to make love to a virgin girl. Stick a dick inside. Buy virginity for 600 billion yen, which is $8.50.
No, the exchange rate for their...
This broad's all right.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're spending that kind of money on some puss, like, wouldn't you rather spend it on someone who knows how to touch your dick? Like, she has no idea what to do.
That's the whole gimmick for that guy.
That's the turn on.
That's which I don't comprehend. If a virgin, I want nothing to do with you.
That's the turn on. But man, how many broads could he get for $780,000 though?
Jesus Christ,
780 probably.
Yeah, it's a good.
I got 2.
Huh? Oh.
She make the blood all over my sheet. All over shit. My blood.
Go ahead, say it.
Shit.
Oh, I thought you were going with a Japanese flag joke.
Oh, yes. Make my shit look like the Japanese flag. I'm very proud of rising sun all over every white thing in my house. All the rice paper walls on my house look like a Japanese flag. She much blood from her vagina. Broken hymen.
This Brazilian broad's going to use the money to for a charity. She's going to use it for a housing project.
What?
Doesn't she need the money?
Charity?
A man called Natsu from Japan fended off strong competition from American bidders, Jack Miller and Jack Wright, and a big spender from India to secure a date with the 20-year-old lady.
And it's
Katarina's her name, I guess. Katarina, yeah.
It's a lock. She definitely got a fucking fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
She will use the cash to build homes for poverty-stricken families.
Well, that's what I guess your article says here.
It's different?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, good.
This one says... blah, blah, blah. She plans to give her. This one says the same thing, but then it says that I guess they're making like a documentary or something. And the guy, I guess, who's dealing with her says, "I was surprised she said that because in all my dealings with her, she made it clear that it was a business decision for her." Australian filmmaker Justin Sisley told the Huffington Post recently. Now, given how big the story is in Brazil, she's trapped. If she doesn't give any money to charity, she's going to look really bad. So
yeah, the money's
so
for
now
her.
She's fucked.
The money's for her,
Yeah.
but she can't say that because then everyone's going to yell and scream prostitution.
Right.
A little louder because in the end it's prostitution. But if now she's doing the right thing with some of the money, then maybe it's not so much, I guess.
$750,000 for fucking pussy? That's crazy.
Well, it's a whole thing, though. They're making a film and everything. Yeah, she also caused controversy when she revealed she would be followed every step of the way by an Australian crew for a documentary film called Virgins Wanted.
Are they going to film her fucking?
No.
I just don't get why you'd want a virgin.
I saw this as a business. I have the opportunity to travel to be part of a movie and get a bonus with it. Well, the guy has money to burn, obviously.
But
he's not going to go broke by paying the $780.
But as a man, though, like, would you rather have sex with a virgin or would you rather have sex with... I'm not saying a whore, but a girl who had slept with quite a few guys and had experience.
Virgins were fun, man.
They have, they each have their pluses.
But if you're gonna pay, like, I would rather pay for the experience that I know is going to be good. Like if I had the opportunity to fuck a virgin, like that I just met on the street, like I've been in that situation a few times, so I know it's kind of difficult. But it's like whatever, all right, whatever. But if I was to pay money, I would never pay for that situation.
But you can just go to a bar and get some fucking girl that's gonna fuck you.
Maybe.
Not maybe.
More so than you would a virgin.
A virgin is a lot harder.
The Youngster had easy pickings at the bar.
The virgin is the, the fucking rare one.
Well,
that's the rarity.
I mean, yeah, there's a fine line because yeah, sure, you want a girl with experience, but you also don't want a girl that all of a sudden you start making out with her. Next thing you know, she bends over and fucking opens up her asshole for you.
Why not?
That's where we part company.
Well, you want the hunt a little bit, is what I'm saying.
I like to fuck when I'm fucking and she turns over. I want to shoot a fallout.
And a guy wearing it.
But that's what I mean. There's a fine line. Sure, you want some experience, but maybe you don't want too much experience.
Yeah.
But virgins, I just don't like that.
You want a bit of a challenge there.
It's too innocent. I don't like I said, innocence doesn't turn me.
Innocence.
I don't hate it, but it doesn't turn me on sexually.
Well, this lady, because the prostitution thing is, a lot of people yelling and screaming that. She says, if you only do it once in your life, then you are not a prostitute. Just like if you take one amazing photograph, it does not automatically make you a photographer.
No, but if you kill one person, you are a murderer.
There you go. The auction is just business. I'm a romantic girl at heart and believe in love, but this will make a big difference to my area.
Sure will.
She means a pussy area.
That's
sure will.
Yes.
The Virgin, Katerina, will be delivered to her buyer on board a plane between Australia and the U.S.
Oh.
And she'll be interviewed before and after the sexual act. So,
the
intercourse itself will not be filmed, and Natsu, the Virgin, will retain a right to be anonymous without his picture appearing. Oh, sorry, I fucked that up. The intercourse itself will not be filmed, and Natsu, that's the guy who paid for this, will retain a right to be anonymous without his picture appearing in the media.
Wow. That's a guy who just wants to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not looking to be like a Donald Trump type of person, getting publicity for himself. Sex toys will be banned from use, and a condom will be compulsory.
Wait, he's going to wear a rubber to fuck a virgin?
For $780,000, fuck you.
My dick would literally be standing like a mushroom cap on my fucking torso. It wouldn't budge.
Come on.
A condom and a virgin together.
How's that about?
Scalding tea and a hammer is more sexually exciting to me than a fucking condom and a virgin. Oh, beat it. I'd rather fuck a frog while it's trying to hop.
The Virgin says she was prepared to prove to any skeptics that she has not had sex before.
Oh.
So why don't we become some skeptics?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, we're skeptics.
We're skeptics. We got to examine you.
Get over here with your hymen.
She's probably taken it in the ass a bunch of times and drank cum.
Oh, man.
Natsu will be tested for sexually transmitted diseases prior to the encounter. He's the investor there, the guy that paid the money. A male virgin, this is where this shit doesn't work both ways. Male virgin named Alexander, who is also being followed as part of director Justin Selsey's documentary. Who wants to guess how much he got for his virginity?
To a man or a woman?
Brazilian woman was the highest bidder for the man. So the girl virgin got $780,000.
$1.75.
Not too far off, sir.
How much?
$3,000.
Wow. 3 G's? Jesus. What the hell's that about? And who's the chick that, like, fucking decided to bid that?
How do you say N-E-N-E? Nene?
Nene. My Nene.
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 I don't know.
Nene B. Katerina, the Virgin, previously said she wanted to plow the money.
What?
It says P-L-O-U-G-H to me. Oh, look at Alexander.
Oh, boy.
He's online. He's
sold. 8 bids.
8 bids. Great.
But yeah, the Japanese businessman bid on him, too.
Yeah.
I want to put it in Heine.
The bidding for her went from $800 to $65,000.
Like immediately.
You know how fast $800 guy was wiped out? God damn it.
He was excited, though. He was excited for 5 minutes.
He's like, I'm willing to go to $1,000 too.
He was hoping this
put
wouldn't-
800.
I'll start with 800, but I got $1,000.
He was hoping this wouldn't catch on and nobody would notice. And he'd be the only bidder.
He lost bad. She's pretty, man.
Yeah, Brazilian chick. Sir.
She's nice.
I'd like to stick it right in her shitter.
Yeah.
I didn't turn my phone.
Oh, we
are the dinosaurs.
We are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that? We are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. We make the earth flat. We make the earth flat.
But they didn't make the earth flat. What's
Yeah, they
she
also don't
talking
sing. Or March.
True.
Yeah.
Or March.
Yeah, let's relax. It's just a dumb song.
The more honest song would be, we are the dinosaurs mindlessly shitting. We are the dinosaurs, and a space rock wiped us out. We are the dinosaurs moping, eating leaves. We are the dinosaurs. We built nothing in 60 million years. Oh, we are giant dumb cunt lizards. We know nothing, nothing. All we do is shit and lay eggs and die and are standing there. Oh, we used to roam the earth and own it, own it. Now we're humiliated by being in a museum standing wrong. That's my whole song.
It's a nice song.
Thank you.
You want to do some Jocktober?
Yes.
Jocktober.
Really?
Jocktober,
Even after the
motherfucker.
fugitive thing yesterday? All right, we could do some Jocktober. Certainly. Let's hit that sweeper there.
It's Jocktober. A celebration of all things shitty in radio.
That's not very nice.
Fantastic failures of pontificating proportions.
That's so bad. Wow.
An interactive exploration of what makes radio rancid. Jocktober.
OMG.
Hosts, holes, bits, and stunt boys.
This isn't funny.
It's time for Jocktober.
I got a tree on my house.
I like the intro, but it's not accurate.
No?
I don't think there's any stunt boys anymore. I think
No,
that has
really.
gone away the last year or two.
Turd.
There's no more turds.
Hey, turd.
Oh, we never played turd
The
going
turd
into the
going
wall.
into the wall,
Do you
man.
have that?
Oh, God.
Erock. This is an example of a
stunt boy.
Of a stunt boy, which I don't think
Turd.
I don't think there's a lot of stunt boys left.
No.
Yeah.
Well, with the lawyers involved, it's very hard to have your stunt boy.
Now, the stunt boy's been replaced by the sort of unpredictable young guy. Like, he just says crazy things.
Crazy guy.
And he's out all night drinking.
Yeah.
He's a big sports fan.
Yeah.
Wow. Staying up late watching the big game.
Right.
You think that's what the guy does? He always watches the big game, drinking a brew
at the local bar.
Oh, yuck!
Enjoying some different brews.
He doesn't even think about the fact that there's a morning show to get up for. That's not his life.
He rolls into work.
That's right.
And with some brewskis.
He enjoys a good pilsner. A good pumpkin ale.
Yeah.
Because it's the season. Seasonal beers.
Looks like an airplane.
What happened? We got another UFO.
It looks like an airplane reversed because of some kind of heat shit.
Yeah, but it's just kind of hanging there straight.
Yeah.
Sweetie?
Sorry, we're looking at a
UFO sighting.
in Kentucky.
You know, the atmosphere and heat and shit can do amazing things with
It's not a
objects.
UFO. It's a fucking trail of a plane's engines.
The close-up looked like a plane that had its image reversed because of some kind of atmospheric thing. Go to that still pic that's really blown up, and you could see, like, yeah, that one. Look, there's a tail.
Wow.
A blue nose on the plane.
Where?
Look at the tail. Like, it's almost, you can almost see a logo on the tail. It's one of those.
No, you're
Look at the
crazy.
top. Split that in half right down the middle.
No, that's a UFO.
Look to the right.
Okay.
That blue with the orange dot on it looks like a
Maybe it's a
Turn a
plastic
little bit.
bag.
Turn it. A blue. Where you just put your
like
finger
an
there.
airplane tail.
You're saying right there, right?
Yeah, upside down because it's just like a mirror image or backwards mirror image. I don't know.
Kind of like that old story of how
my ass.
the image of a trumpet hung in the sky for like 40 minutes because of some weird fucking swamp gas.
Swamp gas. It's swamp gas.
It's not a UFO.
Swamp gas. It's ball lightning.
Why do they think that the smoke would be fucking lit up, but then the outline of the actual object would be fucking faded and hazy?
Yeah.
What is it? A ghost UFO?
Ooh, yes.
Maybe it was a malfunctioning UFO that was supposed to be invisible.
I got a question about UFOs, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
With all the telescopes we got, why don't we see the UFO, like, in space coming toward us?
I think it's so vast.
But then all of a sudden we see it this way.
Nah, but they probably can fly without being seen. Like, literally, you know how we're
Then why are we seeing it there is my question.
malfunctioning?
Are UFO malfunctioning?
Sure. I mean, they are built by creatures that are living.
It's Brady Bunch UFO. And then it's actually Mr. Brady playing it out of his asshole.
Yeah, that's him skydiving. we will eventually be able. Invisibility will be within our reach. It's like
Uh-oh, Future Jimmy.
Future Jimmy.
Do we have the Future Jimmy's sounder?
We should.
Well, you know how they have these weird things they're playing with already, where you have a camera on the front of you in the back, and they're showing basically an image on your stomach of what is directly behind you, so you appear to be invisible, but you're not.
Right.
Like, we're just teasing with that technology. Fast forward 1,000 years.
All right, let's go 1,000 years in the future.
We will have that technology perfected, not only for standing there, but for moving, and it will be impossible to see.
Well, and will it be like Predator kind of camouflage, where you could go up in the tree and it's kind of I
got a tree on my
shirt.
house.
Yeah,
I got a tree on my house.
On my house.
Yeah, it could be that. That's a way to say why we don't see UFOs.
Well, how about we do a little
Cloaking.
Jocktober as we think about it? Sam, who are we looking at today?
Oh, stop touching me, Edgar. Today, we're going to go back international.
What? So that means Canada.
Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Ontario. And
Ontario.
91.5.
Ontario.
The beat.
The beat.
The beat.
Is that just above Rochester or Buffalo? What part of
By
Ontario?
Toronto, right?
I don't know. We got to Google
Outside
map
Toronto?
that shit.
Where is this place?
It's actually BEET, right? And they praise the little vegetable.
No, of course not, Anthony. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Beets are delicious.
Yeah.
I was reading all your tweets last night.
Beets are delicious in juices.
Are they?
I like them too.
I don't think I've ever had a beet.
I went on a vegetable rant yesterday. I figured out what Twitter's all about finally.
Vegetables?
Yep.
Nah, but they can't use it.
Well, today I'm going to do fruits.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
Hands don't work.
Someone pointed out another difference between me and you. You were like ranting and raving about race last night on your Twitter.
They were saying, yeah, I saw
and I was talking about vegetables.
It's like Opie's talking about fruits and vegetables, and Anthony's ranting about blacks and guns.
People were getting annoyed. That just adds fuel to my Twitter fire.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, you're annoyed.
Don't
You're
encourage
really
them.
going to get fucking pissed off.
Don't encourage them, folks.
I think I had 20 tweets about vegetables.
But you cleared a lot of shit up that people have been wondering about for a long time.
Thank you. But it's not about me and my vegetable tweets on Opie Radio. It's about this fine show in Canada.
Easy pickings for the Opster at a bar.
Easy pickings. I put up numbers. The Opster put up numbers. With his long flowing hair.
And shining optimism.
And shining optimism, yes. I used to smile a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Girls love it. Don't touch me,
They
Edgar.
kind of liked it. Now it's all about scowling all the time.
Oh,
of course.
By the way, good job with the Joe DeRosa video. I finally saw yours.
Oh, thank you.
Those fight scenes seemed a bit real.
Yeah.
Did he get hurt?
No. Not at all. No, you just gotta grab.
Stop touching me.
You gotta grab
boy.
and you slap when you slap, you gotta slap.
I thought Joe DeRosa did a good job with all those videos.
Yeah.
Sam's in one, Jimmy's in one,
Yours
I'm
and
in
Burrs
one,
was good. I told you that. Definitely. I liked it.
Bonnie's in one, and then guys I don't really know. But
I
there's
only
like
watched
5 or
yours,
6.
Ants, and mine.
I think there's 5 or 6 of them.
Kenny's been doing the same thing he did to you yesterday off the air to me.
Yeah.
He just keeps following me around, asking me if I know that you're a security guard now.
Yeah.
You just tell him to shut the fuck up. Why do you keep saying that?
He's trying to start bits.
It never works.
He told me in
though.
the hallway today that you're in an open marriage.
He's just annoying.
But he said you're in an open marriage.
I'm not in an
and
open
that you're gonna
marriage.
be fucking Sal's mom.
Gee. Well, that might happen, but that doesn't mean I'm in an open
He
marriage.
did tell me all that. So, where do you see the DeRosa videos? Is it on our Facebook page? At least ours, Erock?
Yes, they are.
R3?
Yep.
R3?
The link that Joe gave me to all his videos.
We don't need all.
are up there.
We want
R3.
Mine, Anthony's, and Jimmy's.
Yeah, delete the other ones.
Yeah, fuck the other guys. I don't know them, and I don't care about them.
Yeah, I don't want DeRosa's work out there other than these 3.
That's right.
The other
Fair
ones
enough.
are to be wiped out.
Yeah, put them back up on the top of the Facebook page so people can enjoy some fine acting. All right, so it's 91.5 The Beat in Ontario, Canada, and The Beat Breakfast with Carlos, Sophie, and Dave.
That's right. It's the beat breakfast.
Is it the
Sophie,
typical
huh?
whole situation here?
Yeah, well, you got Carlos. He's a little more experienced. He's like
He's like the radio veteran.
You teach me to Mamba.
He's a guy who's in his 40s, but he's still young. You know, he still
young at heart.
keeps up with what's going on. He really cares about Gangnam Style and all that stuff. And then you got the chick.
All right,
Sophie.
let's see,
Sophie. She's
Where's
a
Sophie.
She's a little younger.
Let me see what Sophie looks
See what
like.
Sophie looks like so we can put a face to the name, as they say.
She claims to be 28.
Claims to be.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't have a birth certificate, but that's what she says on the air.
She's all right, I guess.
There's nothing wrong there.
And then Dave is like, you know, he's a little more opinionated than the common broadcaster,
is he?
if you know what I mean.
Does Sophie have to tame him down every so often?
Well, sometimes Sophie knows where the conversation is going, and right before it gets to a place it shouldn't, is able to say, hey, guys.
What? Does that really happen here?
Did she make her choice?
It's not...
Oh, no, you didn't.
Why not?
She might make a choice.
I missed that fucking guy.
I know.
Damn it.
Have we ever
choose between the two?
Do we have that, Erock?
Have we ever done a whole Tippy Tom weekend?
Yeah, we did Tippy Tom, the best of Tippy Tom right after he died.
When he
We
died?
did a whole tribute to him.
Fuck.
What a great special that was, too. That guy did more good radio than
all of
anybody.
It was every time.
Yeah.
There's not one appearance by Tippy Tom where we left the studio going like, he just didn't have it
He
today.
fell flat.
Yeah.
Well, dude, when he would fucking chase you around and you would spray him with fucking like a
spray him because he stunk.
Spray him with Lysol.
Lysol.
Like 30-second sprays of Lysol.
Get away from me! Get away! Oh, I was petrified.
That moment never came where we were like, you know what, maybe we should rest Tippy for a little bit. He's been in a bunch and
didn't matter.
Didn't ever happen.
That guy from the first time till the last.
And he just couldn't fucking quit drinking. Fell down the goddamn steps.
Fell down the stairs.
I fell down the stairs.
That's how he died?
My shoes came off and my glasses.
Where'd he fall down?
Subway.
And that was it? Cracked his head?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, the subway steps are fucking pretty steep.
And, yeah.
He might have got punched. Who knows if he might have got thrown down the steps. You never know.
Yeah, they all
that fucking
treat each
life.
other like animals.
They're all so beaten up and,
But he was in deep trouble, though. He wasn't going to...
Remember poor Ziggy?
He wasn't going to make it too much longer.
Remember poor Ziggy? We gave him a bunch of stuff from the fucking homeless shopping spree, and he got beat up and got it all stolen.
Yeah.
Fucking just...
We lose
it's
Ziggy,
the
too?
jungle out there.
Is he dead?
Yeah, Ziggy's dead.
Jesus.
Silent.
Anyway, it's Jocktober time. Let's get into this show, The Beat Breakfast.
I think it's the biggest song in the world. I mean, when you're the biggest artist in the
Wait, what's the biggest song in the world?
I guess we'll find out.
What's the biggest song in the world?
We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that? We are the dinosaurs, marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. We make the earth flat. We make the earth flat.
I watched that movie last night. I was so frustrated when you guys started playing it on the
Yeah, but we're
really?
more frustrated about something else, Sam. We're
can
just
I
not
ask-
noticing what's going on in studio right now.
What now? What now? What was the 30-second delay?
I was pulling Tippy Tom stuff because you mentioned Tippy Tom stuff, and you said, do you have that? Because Anthony was making the noise, so I was pulling that, and then you threw a left hook at me here
It's
with
old
this.
one-task nagel, they call him.
A left hook, there was a fish on it, so you bit into it.
There you go, another bad joke. Keep going.
Oh, Erock's had it.
I'm sorry, Erock.
I'm going to get him a jitterbug for Christmas.
Oh.
Those phones are
a
easy to work.
jitterbug?
What?
He got annoyed.
Why? He's all mad after a 30-second delay.
But he's in there fucking, I see him, he's in there having a laugh, and then Kenny are high-fiving.
Yeah.
Sloughing off.
What now?
He
Nothing.
was
We
so
just wanted to
mad.
acknove that there was 15 seconds of dead air.
It was
God,
just-
God
yeah.
forbid we acknowledge it.
Exactly. As opposed to the 4 hours we usually put out.
What?
Did he notice you staring at his monitor?
Huh?
Did he notice you staring at his monitor?
I don't know.
For the full 30 seconds?
Looking. Why is it quiet?
It wasn't 30 seconds, but it was a long time.
It felt
In
long
radio
in here.
land, that was fucking forever.
He's enjoying it.
Do you think that was a long delay? Just a tad.
Can we hear that again, Erock?
Yeah. No, all of a sudden he's Kenny Q.
Yeah, look at him.
I want to see if we were wrong.
Yeah, let's see this.
Because you really overreacted. Can you back up the tape,
And he
please?
yelled at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Criticized my
Yelling.
fat joke.
He really did. He's yelling.
The pressure's getting to Erock. All the entries coming in about you in the audio contest?
Yeah.
Yesterday, he said that this wasn't a problem, that this just happened a couple times this week, but him not paying attention is not an issue.
He paid attention today.
What are you talking about? We just waited 20 seconds.
But in the end, he got what I was going for.
Eventually.
I want to hear it again, because he really overreacted. Maybe we're wrong here.
That's possible.
Kenny?
I take the blame and responsibility. I distracted Eric.
Oh.
Wasn't his fault.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I distracted him.
Thanks for diffusing the bit.
What?
Well,
Kenny just diffuses the bit.
He always gets beat up.
Yeah.
You know, I stand by people. I try not to throw them.
I wish those people were not in this studio that you were standing by.
It was Al Qaeda.
Yeah, exactly.
When you were kneeling by them.
Yes. Wish you were standing by a guy on a cell phone the other day and fucking parked on the side of the road.
Oh, he is a dinosaur. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
He is a dinosaur, but his brain is smaller than most.
Erock, you got it?
I think it's the biggest song in the world. I mean, when you're the biggest artist in the
Wait, what's the biggest song in the world?
I guess we'll find out.
What's the biggest song in the world?
Listen how long that was.
It was about 6 seconds.
That's a radio eternity.
And then he goes mad.
Then he goes, what? 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 What could you possibly be upset with me about? He's been catching a lot of heat, I've seen, even on Twitter and stuff, about not paying attention. Right?
Really?
Erock, comment?
Sure, why not?
Oh.
How did Kenny distract you? What was he doing?
Yeah.
Nothing. He was standing here. Kenny had nothing to do with it. He was just standing here next to me.
So he wasn't distracting
I was pulling Tippy Tom, and then I didn't hear you wanted the cue for the dinosaur thing.
He was.
All right, back to Jocktober.
I think it's the biggest song in the world. I mean, when you're the biggest artist in the world, you go and you actually do the dance and sing the song for the head of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, who's also from Korea, which is what happened yesterday in New York City. Yeah, it's crazy. We're not going to be hearing from Psy, I think, again. The chances are that it's going to be huge, and then suddenly he's just going to go away, and we're not going to hear from him again.
Well, yeah, and I find it hard to believe he's going to be able to beat the success that he's had.
What the fuck are they talking about?
Gangnam Style.
Yeah,
What is
that
that?
guy.
What?
He's that rapper. He's that Korean rapper guy.
Is he popular?
Apparently, yeah, very
Huge
popular
right
over
now.
there. And he was introduced to
The Prime Minister or something?
The big muckety muck there.
And they were doing the dance together. I saw a clip.
What's the dance?
I don't know.
Anybody want to take a swing at that number? It's on this video.
What?
Oh, holy shit.
What?
532 million views.
Oh,
532 million fucking views on this guy.
Opie Gangnam Style.
Damn.
531 million fucking views.
And one more.
And one. That's 5, baby.
That's right.
There you go.
It's almost as good as Sam's Apple video.
Almost.
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 Does he speak English, this guy?
A little bit, yeah. He was up
He was here last week.
Like,
What?
Was he?
In the
Yeah,
when?
and we have him.
a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't
Right
know.
before he did Saturday Night Live, he was up here.
He did SNL.
Was he here during
Yeah.
the day or
Did
in the
he do
morning?
that?
I mean, it's yeah.
Afternoon.
He did that song on SNL?
Yeah. They did a whole skit with him.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the skit?
It was like they were
Was he talking about getting different hairstyles that were like celebrities around the
exactly
United
right.
States?
I don't know where they
And
got
then
it
he'd
from.
go down at the end. Like, I like a Tom Cruise. No?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, this dumb show in Canada is talking about this guy, I guess.
That's okay. That makes sense.
Find it hard to believe he's going to be able to beat the success that he's had with Gangnam Style with a different song.
Scooter Braun wants me to sing in English now.
Yeah, but does he even speak English?
Yeah.
But can he sing an entire song in the English language?
That's a good question. He may be able to.
It's going to be one of those, you know, when you hear people talking in a different language and they throw in English words every once in a while?
Well, like, hey, sexy lady?
Yeah, exactly. Or, ja przyszła do sklepu I sobie dostała bar of soap. You know?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the angle they took on that?
Yes. Yeah, they decided to spin that one in their own direction.
Wow.
Did sound like another language. We'll give
I
her
guess.
That. I'll give her that much.
I don't think that's what that is.
I don't think that's what
So far, this is not that bad. It's a little boring, but I don't care what they're talking about.
Right.
But they're not. They're just chatting about something.
Yeah, he's not doing
Well,
the...
let's see if it gets better. Carlos brings up a story about when women no longer consider themselves young. Sophie doesn't like it.
When they're 5!
And I found this story very interesting about when women no longer consider themselves young. If you ask them, it is after their 28th birthday.
Oh, my God.
Shit.
A new survey found that 28 years old...
Why would you tell me this?
I just
You're trying to make me cry.
No. It's the line in the sand to start concentrating more on work and less on your sex life, apparently. Why would anybody do that? Why would you want to concentrate less on that?
That's not nice to say at all.
I'm not saying that you should do this.
That's not nice.
Oh, there's the hole.
That's not nice.
There she is.
There's the hole.
But just like wrecking a serious moment, like just shut up.
Right. You gotta have.
That's not nice to say at all.
Well,
maybe that's how women feel.
And that's where the jokes come in.
What the fuck?
You idiot.
Well, it's just not a nice thing, though. It's like jokes are fun, but if it hurts somebody's feelings, is it worth it?
Well, that's true.
You know? Something to think about.
By the way, I looked down at my Twitter. A bunch of people saying the delay was long enough for me to look up to see if I lost my XM signal. By the way.
Oh, Erock.
Sophie and Carlos try to make Sophie feel better about that thing that they were just talking about.
Yeah, really. And then Carlos, instead of saying, something like, why don't you stop bitching or,
right?
Shut up, you old fucking, you with your fucking raisin ovaries.
Something like that.
Your dried out plumbing.
And he tries to make sure.
If you sneeze, a fallopian tube's gonna fall out. Fucking abandoned warehouse plumbing.
Listen, I'm 43 and I'm saying that. I'm not, well, I don't know. You, as many people have said it, maybe a little bit of the Peter Pan syndrome.
You think, Carlos? Really?
I'm young at heart, Sophie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know how it goes, but I don't have any plans to do either of those things.
Okay.
I think women are in their prime when they're in their 30s and even 40s.
Yes.
You see some of the celebrities out there that have aged very, very well.
Well, yes.
Like Shania Twain. I mean, she's really hot now.
Mm-hmm. That could be you.
She's in her 40s. Yeah, it could be. It could be. With a little bit of work and less sex, apparently.
No. Listen, I disagree with that. You can have all of that and more. Why would you concentrate less on that?
This coming from the guy who, sleeps in Never Neverland.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in Never
Sprinkling
Neverland.
some fairy dust out there. And,
it's pretty fun over there.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, boy.
Canadian time.
Wow, she's just depressed.
Oh, God, she really...
She's just depressed.
She really didn't like the sound of that fucking
Why
comment.
grow up? Why do you have to grow up ever?
Oh.
You got to have some responsibilities, obviously, but growing up's stupid.
His whole job, though, is to make sure that she stays happy. Like, he doesn't want the mood to go down. He's got to stay positive.
She's depressed by that story.
She doesn't like that story at all.
And, I mean, let's be honest. Shania Twain is talked about more now than ever. Am I right, guys?
Oh, please, of course.
You can't go anywhere without hearing her name.
Well, Shania's
hear it all
pretty
the
hot.
time,
But she's probably had a lot of face work, too, right?
Yeah, I mean, she was hot before.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
We continue with Jocktober. Last we left you a couple seconds ago. She was very depressed, but they're going to bring it all together with a fun little bit.
Yeah, it's important to do bits.
Good.
All right, Steelers wheel stuck in the middle with you, Gloria. You've seen Reservoir Dogs, right?
Yeah.
You know this song.
Yep.
Okay, well, here it comes.
People, I know the bit. They're going to sing into her ovaries how dry I am. Nobody knows how dry I am.
Morning karaoke.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if I'll ever be there. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you.
All right.
That was pretty good. The first line is so scared or I may fall up the stairs or something. What is
I'm
it?
wondering how I'll get down the stairs.
Right. Get down the stairs.
We'll give it to
You got the gist of it, so that was for us. Congratulations.
She had to point out that she kind of didn't get it right.
Of course.
Ugh.
What a
Why would
nudge.
you do radio with a broad?
A know-it-all.
Dude, why would you do radio with a broad? I don't get it.
I mean, Amy Schumer's coming in. That's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
But you're also, you got to
Like
not only...
this type of... Well, that's why I say broad. This is like a broad.
Amy's a gal.
Yeah, Amy's a gal.
The type of person
Sexy
who,
gal.
who would do radio with a broad is the type of person who'd be okay with doing a bit where somebody just calls up and sings the other part of a song.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, would you guys like think that, oh, yeah, that's what we'll do today. We'll play half a song, and somebody will call up and just sing the other part.
Finish it. Yeah,
Sounds
sing
fun.
the other half.
You like that?
Yeah, it sounds like fun. Doesn't hurt anybody, Sam.
You should try it.
Well, it definitely doesn't hurt any. Well, it might hurt some listeners.
Oh, wow.
You know.
It's all good fun. Good, clean fun.
Good, clean.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go back to Jocktober certainly a little later on.
I'm just glad you guys found out what Gangnam Style was.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
The peak of this hill is behind us.
Sure.
Yeah, we're running downhill right now.
Now it's just going to get bigger.
We hired you to bring the young shit to our show. So I blame you.
All right.
I blame you.
I'll accept blame for this. This is my responsibility.
How long has this been out?
Probably a solid month.
Oh, all right.
See, we're not that far behind.
I mean, it came out way before that, but it's been big for at least a month.
Oh,
maybe a month and a half.
When we get back to Jocktober in a little while, more bits. Fact or bull crap is on the way.
I bet you guys have no clue how that works.
Another fact or bull crap.
Yeah.
Thank goodness fact or bull crap isn't over.
No crap. Spent some time with that one.
And then their marquee bit called Beat Breakfast Bacon Time.
I'm not even going to tell you how it works.
See, we probably should have blown off the first couple of clips so we could have got into their bits.
I want to introduce the show to everybody first, and then we get to the bits.
All right, well,
Good idea.
I think the second half of Jocktober today is going to be terrific. Up next, we got Steiner.
Brandon Steiner. He's they have a giant sports memorabilia auction place, I believe, is what he does, and he has a book out. And they just which one just went up on who threw the no-hitter? Was it Don Larson? I think that's whose jersey they were auctioning off.
Yeah, and other things.
Yeah.
Speaking of books, I finally got to the section of Peter Criss's book where he says, and on the phone was Gene Simmons. I'm like, thank God. I'm not a fan of these fucking guys talking about how they grew up.
How long does it take to get to it?
52 pages.
Jesus.
I don't mind that.
I knew someone would ask me that today. 52 pages.
52 on the dot.
Yeah, he's in gangs. He's got that weird life like most artists have.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like that stands out.
I like the...
Holy fuck. And then finally the chapter starts and Gene Simmons was on the phone. I'm like, okay, I should have started here.
Yeah.
I like to know the early stuff if I'm interested in the person. I don't want to hear the family backgrounds, but like the fact that he would hit people with bats and that he stabbed somebody,
Sure.
like there was a violence in there that I hadn't read before.
I just think you could do that a lot quicker.
Yeah.
52 pages is a little too long for me. But I'm sure it's going to be terrific now.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up on the book.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
But 52 pages.
Did you read them all or start
I read-
skimming?
I didn't skim, man. Nope.
Sometimes I skim that early stuff before it
You
gets
do?
to the real stuff. Yeah.
When they start talking about and my grandfather, I don't give fuck.
Yeah,
I want to
no,
know about
no.
you.
No.
My grandfather.
He came over from Italy, and then he
I guess
married
they
a
gotta
German
give you the
broad,
basics.
and then the German broad's uncle was
Yeah, that I never need.
brother was.
Can't
I'm
start
like,
the book
who
with him
cares?
fucking in the middle of, I want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
You have to give a historical context. Like
I think 20 pages is perfect for that shit. Perfect.
The wrestler,
You know?
the wrestler Booker T just put out a book.
Yeah.
It ends when he starts wrestling. That's the end of the book.
Because he
Why
wants
would
a
he do
second book. That's
I know.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Just,
Writing about Robin Wendy's and stuff.
all right.
You guys want to watch the Gangnam Style video without the music, just the words?
Really?
It's kind of funny. It's a fun angle, but you have to watch it though.
What is it,
I gotta
though?
piss.
It's without music?
I got a piss.
I'll just hit play, and then you guys could do whatever you want. See, it's the same thing.
Right.
It's the video,
Right.
but there's no music.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
See, he's just on the beach hanging out.
It has 13.5 million views.
Because it's funny.
Yeah, there's probably 13 million people that were like, oh, this is probably the video.
oh, somebody put in those weird sounds.
Yeah, they're just putting in the sound effects of what would be happening in the video without
Without the music.
It's just fun when they're all dancing and you just see their feet clopping on the floor.
And now the wind is blowing from the jet engine. It's very loud.
They walk in, there's stuff blowing on them.
That rules.
That was funny.
man.
All right.
That was very
That's a
fun.
little visual.
All right, that's good.
It's kind of fun. All right, Amy Schumer on the way, Tom Green, and next, Brandon Steiner. Stay there.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Want to say hi to Brandon Steiner, who's entering the studio.
Oh.
The owner of Steiner Sports Marketing.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you
Hey,
guys.
hi.
How you doing? Having fun this morning?
Oh, boy, are we. We're absolutely having fun.
And it's interesting what you do. Do you actually, is there any of this stuff that you want to keep, or do you just buy it just to get rid of it?
I want to keep it all. I want to keep it all.
Are you a collector, or like before that?
I'm a saver, no question. Been a saver since I'm a kid. Love my stuff, the stuff that I buy, the stuff that I create. You know, our company's a little different because at Steiner Sports, we create collectibles. So we'll replicate a lot of cool things, and that I really, really like. So if I see a stick or a bat or something, we can go back, get them remade, and kind of create a replica or a collectible
What
that
have you
maybe
sold
not
as-
everybody can afford.
What? How about the authentic stuff though?
Yeah.
Like what's a really impossible to get, like, baseball bat? Like, because I heard Babe Ruth's bat got
Yep.
sold recently. Was that you guys or
Yeah,
no?
that wasn't us, but that sold
Ooh,
for several
did that
million
hurt?
dollars. No, not at all. I mean, anything that's authentic, that's real, that does really well, it gets people excited about my industry. I'm excited about it,
Yeah.
whether I do it or not. I mean, the Don Larson jersey is a one of a kind. It's a perfect game. It's a whole uniform. It's in great shape. Real proud of that.
How did somebody get a hold of that? Was that Larson's family?
That was Larson. He had it. He took it right away from the game, and then it was in a museum in San Diego. So he kept it. You know, a lot of these guys keep their stuff. A lot of these guys are closet collectors. Like we just went to Coach Knight. You know,
Bobby Knight, yeah.
Bobby Knight. So Bob Knight is selling his collection, and I mean, we go in there. There's got to be 300 sweaters.
Wow.
Probably the sneakers since when he's in West Point. Trophies, rings, and he probably didn't look at himself at all as a collector, but he's a tremendous saver, as I am too. I have all my ticket stubs as a kid and everything else. But one of the great things we sold, which is weird, is here I am, the Yankees get beat, 7 games, Yankee Stadium, ready to jump off the bridge. I'm at my 4th black and white cookie, and I realized I just did my Yankee Steiner deal, and all of a sudden I realized there's some crazy people up in Boston that are quadruply as excited as anyone's ever been. And we sold the home plate from Yankee Stadium, which we think was the curse getting reversed. Had the whole team sign it, so we dug the home plate up. And that sold for over a couple $100,000, about $220,000.
How'd you get the whole team to agree to sign it? Like, do you make a deal? How do you make a deal with Yankee Stadium and go, all right, I'd like to sell everything here?
Well, I was how we got, and that's a chapter in the book, by the way. But there's a whole we had the whole Red Sox team. We converted Steiner, who was very Yankee-like at that time, into a very serious Red Sox entity, and we were wheeling and dealing with the David Ortiz and the Schillings and all those guys, and they were happy to sign the base.
Wow.
They were talking a lot of smack, and they were pretty hyped about winning that game. I've never seen guys talk so openly. Usually, that other team was really good, and these guys were like, we whipped their butt, we came back, we did it.
Did you get every guy to sign it?
Yes,
Or
everyone, yeah.
There wasn't
Yeah.
a holdout?
No holdouts on the Red Sox, although Schilling gave us a hard time, and that's another part in the book as well, because, they say about bad things happen to bad people, but I'm not sure that...
he's fell in bad times, man.
I mean,
he's broke.
Yeah, he's broke, but, his attitude kind of, his attitude wasn't all that good.
What happened
He was
when
a troublemaker.
What happened when you wanted him to sign? Did he want money for
Yeah,
it?
wanted a lot of money, held out, and then, it's not even the...
So in the end, how did he sign?
Yeah, how'd you
He
get
did.
him?
Well, difficult. Remember, we had several thousand items we needed signed. What made it difficult is we had his teammates. We went up there. He would make us do special signings without his teammates in the room. He wouldn't sign with his teammates in the room, which is insane.
Why?
So we go up there. We've got 3,000 bats, bases, jerseys, and we'd have to go to a hotel like a mile or two from his house because he didn't want his teammates in his house. and he wouldn't go to the hotel and sign. Like that kind of insanity. Like Pedro Martinez was insane. You know, the private plane and, you know, the Dom Perignon in the room.
He made you fly on a private plane? Wow.
I thought he was Frank Sinatra. But, you know, we got a kick out of Pedro, and he did come through at least. I mean, you know, to some degree, but he was insane with his demands. But
Sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's exhausting. There's a reason why I've lost some of the hair on my head. It's not natural. Right. It's not not from,
hereditary.
You know,
or any of that shit.
No.
So
Stress.
you did get them to sign everything, and do they? Obviously, they have to get paid to do it.
Oh yeah.
Now, with most of them, is it a bulk payment? Like, all right, look, we'll give you whatever it is to sit in this room for an hour and sign X amount of things.
It depends. In that particular team, I felt like we had something special there, frankly, and something that was kind of reminded me of the '94 Rangers. I knew this was one of those things that would never go away. Now people emotionally connected, and as a business person, I felt like, you know, we wanted to sign a bunch of those guys for a long period of time. So the David Ortizes and, you know, I don't know if you remember Millar. He was a character. So we did a larger deal with him, and we did a whole bunch of appearances, media stuff. So there's a whole bunch of things that go into play. And then you want their game used. We soon after did Red Sox Steiner, so we did a deal with the Red Sox, got all their game used. We'll sell the dirt. We'll lift the, you know, some of the grass off the field, legal grass. So we'll take legal grass and sell it, and then freeze dry it. So you have a piece of that field, maybe that they won the championship forever. Those are some of the creative things I like to do. For the average guy, you know, who can't afford the Babe Ruth jersey, I'm creating other collectibles. I'll take the bench from that year and I'll cut it up and do some fun stuff like that. I've sold over $25 million of dirt.
And wow, really?
Wow.
I mean, listen, if you guys could be on the radio from 6 to 10, I could and make a lot of money doing it. I mean, I could sell. No, I'm kidding. But
We're in the
I've
wrong
sold
business.
$25 million of dirt. I mean, but you know,
that should be the name of your book.
You're right. I thought about it, you know, turning dirt to dollars. But, you know, I've been really creative with the dirt. I feel like the dirt is like the modern day version of the rabbit's foot.
Right.
It's like, why did you carry a rabbit's foot as a kid? But the dirt is like, you've got, you know, something about going on the field.
Well, I was going to say, because the old days, Brandon, you know, when your team won, you ran out there with a little cup or something and you got your own dirt. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
Well, they don't allow
make sure
it, but everybody tries. And when those players, you know, they look at me, and it's like, I remember Mariana going, yeah, that's just the stupidest thing. Like, why are you selling dirt? I'm like, because you kneeled on your knees and picked up the dirt.
Right.
Every time you guys go grab a little dirt, put it in your pocket, it's promoting Steiner. You realize that?
Oh, because the players do that?
Players do it.
So they do it to have a little memory of it.
And I think it's kind of special when you go on the field. If you've been on a field at any of these stadiums, particularly Yankee Stadium, it's special. I mean, think about who the great players that have played on that field. When you go on that field, it's just not another field. And you want to have a little keepsake to remind you of that. So I feel like we probably have, I think it's over 250 SKUs that have dirt in there. If you go to SteinerSports.com, it's like, you know, our company is, it's, I mean, it was.
How much for the dirt?
I mean, it starts at, you know, anywhere from about $20, $25 and goes all the way up to several hundred, depending how the application is. Like, we'll spray an adhesive on a photo and create a 3D effect.
Right.
And put dirt on the photo, so it has that kind of feel to it. We'll put dirt in the bat. Like Derek Jeter, we created these commemorative bats because people can't afford his game-used bat. So we actually inserted dirt inside the bat, which was kind of cool. People love that item.
It's a bat with dirt in it.
You got to have a little dirt. Yeah.
It's basically stuff, aside from the real stuff like Larson, it's stuff that people who don't, again, make $8 million can afford to get if you want something that's kind of a cool idea.
When they tear down a stadium, you know, they sell all the seats and all that stuff.
Well, there's a chapter in the book which I talk about tearing the stadium down. And listen, a lot of stadiums have been torn down, but never like Yankee Stadium. Now, we had to put up, Steiner Sports put up, I think, about $17 million to make that happen. It's a deal with the city. We partnered up with the Yankees. But that's a big responsibility. And being a big Yankee fan, I wanted to make sure that everyone had a little something. So we created hundreds of thousands of pieces. So Reggie Jackson calls me up. What are you doing with the black out in center field? So we cut the black up into little pieces, had it autograph it, kind of put that in a case, sold that off. We sold the bleachers. We had guys like Paul O'Neill and other guys that played right field. Reggie Jackson signed the bleachers. You'd have that in your basement kind of as a footstool. You know, we took bricks. I found the bricks. One of the last days I'm in Yankee Stadium, I always loved going in the batting cage where the players would warm up and everything, and I saw these bricks up in the ceiling. 1929 gold brick.
Come on.
Looked them up. They're out of business. 5,000 bricks. It was a little expensive taking them. And then, you know, even the frieze, you know, that up above, that was a big debacle.
What's the frieze?
Now, the frieze is like that facade up on the top that Yankee Stadium is famous for, right on the top of the stadium.
Yeah.
Well,
why is it called the frieze?
It's freeze, but it's called the facade.
Okay.
It's probably the biggest mistake I've probably made since I've been in business since Steiner Sports started in '87, 25-year anniversary this year, and that is. This stuff weighs 3 tons. There's like 12 pieces of it.
Oh, wow.
And it weighs several tons, and it's like 18 feet wide, 12 feet tall. Like no wife, no matter how much of a sports fan she is letting you bring that home. Put it in your backyard. So that was quite a bit of an undertaking to actually remove that. It cost me $500,000. And then what am I doing with it? I got to find somebody to buy it.
I got a question for you. So you come in first before they take down the stadium, obviously, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was in the stadium for months.
That's what I was going to ask. They gave you a few months to get whatever you wanted out of there before the construction guys came in?
Absolutely. I mean,
So you took it? Did you take every seat?
Yes.
Every single. Where the fuck did you store
where do you
that?
store them?
Well, that's a whole nother story, having the seats, but it's a storage up in Syracuse and Buffalo. Being a Syracuse grad, I mean, I'm happy to anytime I can make the trips up there. But we've had some. There's not a lot of seats left. Let me put it to you that way.
Yeah, but at first you got to store them before you start selling them online and all that.
Well, no question. And they got to be refurbished because there was lead paint in the arms, so that became a debacle. So we had to restore those, but people wanted them. But what's crazy is, and I've never told anybody this, but I'm going to tell you guys this. So you got 36,000 seats because seats are broken and everything else, and we have sold quite a few. But we go up there recently to do an inventory and realize that a guy took the cast iron seats, the actual arms of them, and took them to a metal place and melted them down. So we thought we had a whole bunch of seats. We're now down to a very few because we're in a huge problem. This guy's getting arrested. He's going to jail. He cashed out on a lot of the cast iron seats. So what we thought was 36,000 seats now is a lot less. So actually the people that bought Yankee Stadium seats, this has all happened in the last few months. If you bought a pair of Yankee Stadium seats, you really have a great collectible. But there's not going to be 36,000 seats out there on the market.
The value goes
in fact,
up.
They'll be under 10,000.
I got a dumb question. I was a baseball card collector growing up. Me and my brothers.
I knew you were a little bit of a closet collector there. I didn't see you right out front, but
it was mostly baseball cards for us. But
love the cards.
But we had full collections, never touched. They're not worth anything, right?
I think you got to look at the years and the sets and the most.
Talking the 70s mostly.
Yeah, I love the 70s.
70s and the 80s.
I love them.
Really?
I love them. If you send me an email and show me what you got a little bit.
We might have to talk.
What happened with the baseball card thing is that pretty much in the mid-'80s, they started printing a lot. But prior to that, if you have sets, there are cards in those sets. If they're graded and get a decent grade, they're worth some good money.
So after the mid-'80s, it was stupid to collect baseball cards because there were so many companies, right?
There's still some valuable cards in it. If you had a Derek Jeter rookie, not as much. Yeah.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah,
but they kept putting them out to make money. Like they would put out, the Don Russ series, and it would be like...
Right.
A rookie player who had some kind of heat on him, and they would sell it for $50 and $60 a card, and now they're worth $1.18 a card.
It was a good deal.
But now, you know what's crazy?
Sets.
It's gone the other way now.
Step on my bit.
Now, but I'll tell you one thing on the card thing is it's gone the other way now, where they're printing so few cards now that's actually probably worth collecting a little bit now. There's less cards out there with only one trading card company, tops. You may want to think about collecting again, but it's never going to be like the golden era.
I got to brag. I bring in the Don Larson Perfect Game card. It was the year of that, and showed it off in show and tell. I was in, I don't know, like 5th or 6th grade, and some asshole didn't appreciate my happiness and took a pen to it.
Oh, that's cold.
And I cried like a bitch.
Yeah, I don't blame
And then
you.
a few years ago, I told a story on the air, and someone actually sent me the exact card that this asshole wrote on back in the day.
That's cold.
How much is it worth?
I don't even know. To me, it was just special because I had it, my whole life.
No, highly, highly valuable card, but not bad. I mean, if it's a good shape. If
it was in great shape at the time.
Yeah.
But this kid was just like, he hated my happiness.
I have a
Yeah, go ahead.
A 1980 Dan Quisenberry.
Oh, nice.
Poor Dan, rest in peace.
Did he die?
Yeah.
He did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of a name that probably wouldn't be a valuable card. I was right.
Yeah, Kansas City is valuable. I don't know what's going on in Kansas City. I was there this summer. I was very, very, very nervous trying to figure out where the town was.
Really?
I was a little lost there, but the great barbecue.
But wait, was it a depressing place?
It was just, no, not really. It was just spread out. I mean, everything was just miles and miles and miles. And I went to this gas station. I forget the name of the barbecue. And it was the most unbelievable barbecue place. My son had taken me there. We do a tour. And I've now seen every ballpark. So
cool.
We do a tour, my son Crosby and I, to see every ballpark and rate the food. And we go around the town and always go to the best what that place has to offer. Pretty cool. Not bad.
And what do you think the Larson jersey will get?
Hope or think?
Both.
You know, there's
We
always
like the
prayer
hope.
involved with my business. Prayer's good. You know, we do pray. I don't know. I got a feeling like this is going to get some legs on it. Could be over $1 million.
Wow.
I think it's great for him. I mean, he never really made a lot of money, and it's nice for him to have that legacy to leave his kids a lot of money. I'm seeing a lot of players come to me now and saying, I don't want my kids fighting over this stuff. I don't want them arguing and then them having to go through the process after I'm gone. What are they going to do with all this stuff? Who's going to keep what? I'd rather give them each the checks in their accounts and then, everybody be happy. That was a little bit of Coach Knight's sentiments. It's like, I've got all, he had stuff. I mean, crazy, man. I'll tell you what's crazy is he had all these ties and people bidding on the ties, which is amazing. He had like 200 ties.
How do you know if something's like the signatures? Like I never trust the mall. Like because I collect stuff, but I never want to sell it. Most of it's personalized. I get it just so they know I'm not going to sell it.
And I like that. I love people when they get stuff. Collecting, getting the stuff for yourself, and enjoying it is really the heart of collecting. So when you get something in person and personalized, even though it may not have value later, although it may. We see a lot of stuff that's from great celebs that are personalized, that's so hard to get from presidents. So it's great, and that's how collecting should be. But when you can't get that person who you really want to get something from, that's when you go to SteinerSports.com. We're happy to facilitate that.
Everyone else. I have a Dirk Jeter signed ball. It used to be signed, and then what I did was I let it, be exposed to the sun a little too long on my desk.
Well,
and
I'll take that ball back from you.
You can't even see the fucking autograph anymore. I blew it.
I'm going to take that ball back from you, okay? Because I got balls,
Nice.
and I'm gonna actually first of all send you a new one, and then I'm also going to put that in a case so that we have these special cases that keep the light kind of out and it'll protect the signature. We've been down that road.
Well,
before.
I should have met you years ago because this signature is.
Well, I'm happy
long
to do
gone.
that for you now. I'm happy to do that.
You know what? It's funny. I got a bunch of signed boxing gloves. And again, most of them are just to me. But I want to display them, but that's exactly why I don't. Like, I put my signed posters in UV
you gotta.
protection and museum glass. Do you have boxing glove cases that protect? Oh.
Absolutely. And if you give me your address, when we fit, I'll send you some boxing glove cases.
Tell them about the boxing gloves you gave me. Jimmy almost had a heart attack in my house.
Well, we had the guys come in. I mean, who was it? Was it
I don't know,
Bernard Hopkins or Sugar Ray Leonard?
Some fighters that might be famous. It was definitely a Sugar Ray Leonard. And a Bernard Hopkins, definitely. And Jimmy did the right thing and got me a couple signed gloves.
Thoughtful partner.
And the best thing to do is to have your 2-year-old son running around with the gloves, like smacking them.
No.
It was horrendous.
He runs up to my wife and begs her. He's like, "Could you please?"
It's when they take the
Put
Mickey
those
Mantle
away.
and Babe Ruth ball, the kids, and have a catch with that outside. That's painful. How many of those stories I've heard?
There was folklore in my family that we had a Babe Ruth ball, but I'm sure you've heard this probably 100 times. I'm not trying to say that but how much is a Babe Ruth ball?
Believe it or not, and I killed myself over this because I've had so many earlier in my career, but a Babe Ruth ball could be anywhere from $8 or $10,000 to $40 or $50,000. We just sold one for $55,000. It was beautiful, mint. I mean, a really solid Babe Ruth autograph.
They signed pencil back then too, right? Or pen.
Babe Ruth signed a lot of autographs. If you ever see even the movies and the show, he was
always hanging out.
Yeah, so even the pictures, there's a couple pictures of big, him sign. So signing autographs goes way back. It wasn't like, people say, Steiner, you're the big. I was like, people have been signing autographs, for a long, long time. I'm happy to kind of organize it and at least create an authentic kind of process. That's what I'm proud of is I create a little bit of an order to things so that down the road, people will know what's real and not, particularly where it matters most, starting with the Yankees or some of the bigger names in sports.
What are rare signatures, like baseball signatures? Because if Babe Ruth signed a lot, that means, all right, he did it. What's one that's like really...
Well, Lou Gehrig is really, really hard. Ty Cobb, very, very hard to get those. It's very hard to get some of the initial, Jackie Robinson's always a little tricky. It's hard to get the team balls. People collect the team balls, for championship teams. It's hard to get those. We started that in the 90s. I didn't know what the hell I was even doing. I started saying, it'd be great to put the whole team together. In the mid-90s, we started putting every team together, which is something we do still. And that goes for a lot of money. And those are hard because it's hard to get 30 guys together in a room to really sign with some. So there's a lot of bad balls out there where, there was, back in the 50s, a lot of locker room guys. They get the autograph down. So we see a lot of balls. I just got one the other day, a Brooklyn Dodger ball that was definitely signed by the locker room guy.
How do you know that? Like, how will you know if it's a forgery?
You look at certain autographs, You know, there's certain
You just
autographs.
know.
That, yeah, you know. Well, you know, I'm not an authenticator, but on some of them I can. But if not, I go to independent authenticator just to keep everything on the up and up. But you know, especially that ball looked too good to be true. But we really thought we had something, and then I was like, this is somebody. Somebody had a good way to go.
What was I going to ask you? What were you doing before this?
Well, this 25 years of Steiner Sports, and you know, by the way, I'm sorry I spent 52 pages on the beginning of my book.
Oh, you heard that?
But you know, you got to create a connection. But usually, you know, people
Is it
don't,
your life story?
Well, people like me, they don't look. You know, when they go to Yankee Stadium, they see me like they think that I was some rich kid growing up, and they don't realize like this was like. I had an insane childhood, very dysfunctional.
How many pages, though, before you get to Steiner
I probably should have spent about 20 less pages. I'll give you that. But there was some insane, I had to cut it down. There's so much insanity in my house growing up. So, to me, everything's been kind of connected. I was in the sports bar business back in the 80s where I really made my name. I started at the Hard Rock. And that was an unbelievable opportunity. I mean, there will never be anything like the Hard Rock on 57th, the grand opening. 200 people online starting at 2 o'clock all the way to 3 in the morning. And never wavered. And then what happened was I was at the Hard Rock, and I was very grateful to be I was assistant general manager. And there was no Hard Rocks in the country.
Right.
And I said, this is a great concept, but this should be sports. And there was only 2 sports bars in the country.
Really?
There was the Ultimate Sports Bar in Chicago and Bobby V's, which is a little dumpy little dive place up in Connecticut. That's it. And I said, how about if we take all this memorabilia, put some big screens? And I'd always go to the owner of the Hard Rock and say, we got to put some screens in here. And I'd like to have a ticker tape to show every rock and roll concert that was around the country. And let's put the bartenders, let's make the rock and roll guys, instead of them going upstairs, let's put them behind the guitar bar. And he was like, just make sure the food gets served. Just go back. He didn't want to hear my idea. So I went and we opened up a really electronic sports bar. And then I went on to open up probably 8 or 10 of them. And then, frankly, I just couldn't raise the money. I was trying to raise the money, which is probably an ESPN zone now, but it was 20 years ago. And then I just said, I made friends with all these athletes in the process. Because at the Hard Rock, nobody paid attention to an athlete, because we had Elton John coming in, Rod Stewart. Who gave a shit about Keith Hernandez or a Yankee or a Giant or Lawrence Taylor?
Hernandez.
Nobody. These guys couldn't even get in the door. I have to go outside and tell the doorman to let these guys in, which is insane. So I made friends with them, and that's how I really started Steiner.
What's something that somebody thought was going to get a lot of money, which was wound up being a complete piece of shit or a bust that they're like, this has got to be worth a lot of money?
Well, I do a what's it worth on my Facebook. People send in items. It's like, let me break the good news is, you found my Facebook. The bad news is this item's a complete loser. It's junk. My grandfather left me this, but
why aren't you doing a TV show?
I'd watch this. I do Memories of the Game, on Yes. Yes has been really good to me.
I recognize you from Yes.
Did that show, and we took a hiatus this year because of a whole bunch of things I was doing. I'll be back on the air next year. TV takes a long time. like radio is a good vehicle. You go on TV, it's a whole day, and 2 days, and you get to talk for 10 minutes. It's stuff.
We got a ton of guys. Chris and Freehold. I was at the last Yankees game at the old stadium at Old Timers Day, and one of my friends grabbed a bunch of toilet seat covers, and John Blanchard and Moose Skowarin, I guess, signed them afterwards.
Well, people wanted the urinals. They died for the urinals.
Urinals.
Is that worth anything?
Oh yeah. People love that stuff, especially up in Fenway. They love the toilet seats. You can sell that to a sports bar up there in a heartbeat. But, the urinals, people wanted too, but we decided, that just wasn't going to be in good taste.
Yeah.
It's all, by the way, in the book, you got to have balls in this book. The whole breakdown of what I did with the stadium, what players asked for, what players got what, who got the foul poles, who got all the main things. So it's kind of all in there.
Who's a really hard player to get to sign still? Like you said in that one, Schilling was difficult, but who's a typically, because you mentioned Reggie, and he was up here, and Erock and I took photos with him, and I got him to sign a ball, but whenever you ask them to personalize it, they almost never mind because they know you're not going to sell it.
True.
But he seems like he's a bit difficult to get to.
Well, Reggie's, first of all, one of the pioneers in the business, mainly because he signs his name, you can read it, and he always has so many inscriptions. He was one of those players who did Hall of Fame, MVP, 3 home runs, all the great things he did. So that's a great autograph. Right. He reminds me a lot of Mantle. When he signed, Mantle was always... emphatic about the perfection of his signature. Very Mariano Rivera-like, too. You can read the signature, and there's a lot of inscriptions that go along with the signature, which make it really special. And Mantle was the first to be notorious for that, but Reggie took it to a whole nother level as well, where he likes to have fun with the signature and play around, where a lot of guys don't want to write any inscriptions at all. So it's, Michael Jordan's still a tough signature, by the way.
Really?
He's always tough. Lance Armstrong, one of my things on my bucket list, because we were trying to get him for years.
Shouldn't be as hard now.
Don't think I'll be looking for that autograph. No.
Could you sign this confession?
Don't think I'm going to be looking to get his autograph anytime soon, but he was really difficult, really pissed me off, when we can't get a guy. Ewing was a guy, Patrick Ewing, still very difficult to autograph. We finally broke him in this summer, got him, which I'm real proud of.
What is it? You offer them enough? Because a lot of these guys have enough money, they don't need the money.
Well, Ewing let me know whatever it is he thought that I thought was enough, it wasn't enough. And he's like, next time I come back, you better have more. But it's like, Patrick, you're not playing anymore. But he was very gracious.
And he never won a championship, being a long-time Knicks fan, right?
Still a gold medal guy and a great,
good for him.
NBA top 50.
Did you have a question, Travis? Sorry.
Yeah,
our producer wants to ask you a question.
When did this whole card grading thing explode? Because now you can't sell anything, for high value without, going to get it professionally graded, and now they do it with comic books and magazines, and this is an industry in itself to send your stuff out to get professionally graded.
Right.
It's a good question.
And I remember, going to memorabilia shows with my dad, and nothing's graded. You were just buying stuff from other collectors.
If it looked good, it looked good.
If it looked good, it looked good. Exactly. If the ball looked like it was signed, you bought it or whatever. But now, like, you can't. Nobody buys anything unless it's professionally graded by whoever.
It goes back to the theory, you don't want to invent electricity. You want to invent the meter. Some guy figured out, listen, I don't have to have the collectible. I'm just gonna grade this.
I'm gonna be the guy that grades it.
It's unbelievable.
It's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap.
Wow.
It's kind of a little bit unfair, and it's also not always 100% foolproof. They're experts, but then it's not the end all. I tell people it's a good way to kind of size up what you got and try to put it on somewhat of a playing field where people understand what they have, but. Sometimes it's a little weird.
Is there anything you? Oh, go
I was just going to ask about like notorious stuff, like the OJ, something like that. How about Sandusky? You got any Sandusky stuff?
I stay away from it. I personally stay away from it just because I just feel like it's just it doesn't feel right. Like people always say, can you get me Derek Jeter's bubble gum? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But it probably would sell. That's how sick and crazy it is.
I bet you get Ted Williams' head.
The Ted Williams head is freeze dried.
Yeah, man.
I stay away from all the this
ghoulish stuff,
the body parts, and
What do you think of Ted Williams' son making him sign, all sorts of shit day in and day out at the end of his life?
Well, we had a relationship with Ted and his son. His son was definitely a little bit on the different side, to say the least. Well, he was weird, but we went down and saw Ted. We had a great relationship with Ted. I don't know. His son was one of those kids that. If you wanted to say, if you're a celebrity, how difficult is it sometimes to raising your kids, with you being such a big name and big celebrity? He was a prime example of that. We did very well with it. It's funny how Ted has not, Mickey Mantle and certain big names have gone through the roof, years after they've passed, but not him. And that's odd to me that I don't know if it's because he signed so much, and his son definitely put a little dent in his legacy, I think. But. In dealing with his son, he was different. We went through many years. At the end, we actually had a very good relationship there. It wasn't easy, but we put together a nice collection. I told my friends, too, when Ted was getting, we couldn't sign certain things. I said, just buy 10 of these bats, buy 10 of these jerseys, and it would have been worth a lot of money, but none of them ever listened to me.
Yeah. There's a guy saying that he wants to know how much a baseball signed by Garrick Enruth is.
Does that exist even?
I don't know.
Does,
Let me see if this guy has one. Jason, you got that?
Yep. And it's my grandfather got it from my dad, and it's still, it has the green and red stitches on the baseball. I mean, it's slightly faded, but it's still in pretty good shape. You can clearly see Ruth and Garrick's signature on it in pen.
Some people love that ball. Some people don't. They like, they want to have the individual ball of each player.
Oh my God!
But that's still, that could, I have to see the ball, but without seeing it, that could easily be a $20,000 to $25,000 ball.
What's the most valuable ball? Because I would have thought that would have gotten a lot more money.
Yeah, I would have thought too.
Well, it's fading. He mentioned it's fading, and a lot of times, the individual primo Ruth ball could go all the way up to $60,000, $70,000. Probably one of the better balls. I've seen a Babe Ruth ball go as much as 100. So every now and then you see that. I haven't seen too many other balls, go for that. I'd love to get an Obama to do a signing. I tried really hard, figuring that'd be a way to help fundraise, whatever, because, that'd be a cool item to have.
I have a feeling maybe middle of January you might be able to get them.
Hey, Jason, you selling that thing?
No, I don't have any plans. It's in a...
Looking to pawn it or sell it? Well, I got to frame it.
Yeah.
It's
it's going to take, so I'll give you $20.
Well, Jason, let me know, because certainly, at Steiner Sports, we could put that on our auction, and we'll certainly turn that over for you, no problem.
How do we contact you, Brandon?
You'll see it on my Facebook. If you go to Brandon Steiner on my Facebook, even on my website, BrandonSteiner.com, you'll see the information and contacts.
This guy, thanks. This guy has a baseball from 1952, Jackie Robinson.
By himself, or
John? What do you got?
Oh, I have it's actually the whole team signed, including Jackie Robinson, Duke Snyder, Pee Wee Reese. I had no idea how much something like that would be.
Well, first of all, that Brooklyn Dodger era was notorious for the locker room signature. The locker room guys signing it. But assuming that's a real ball and all the signatures are real, you're probably looking at $3,000 to $4,000 for that ball.
Nice.
I would.
Nice.
I
would have thought more.
Yeah. I feel like you could get more.
The problem with the problem with the ball is it's just hard to find. As the Brooklyn Dodger fans are unfortunately dying off, it's hard to find. There's not new fans necessarily for that. So that baby boomer, really, it's a early baby boomer. They're kind of gone. So the Brooklyn Dodger thing is kind of fading a little bit.
Are you lowballing these people, Brandon?
No. Not at all.
Maybe, you know what? That's a good point. Ruth and Garrick, look, you might get $75 for it, but I'll take it off your head, $50. Yeah,
I know before I go, I'm going to get those tennis balls signed by you guys and see where I go.
I saw his hand was shaking when that guy called with the...
I know, he actually slobbered. You didn't see that, but drool came out.
Well, the drool came out a little bit with the Garrick Ruth ball. It's like, need that ball. We need that.
What about the Honus Wagner? You don't have any of those, right?
I mean, they come and go. I mean, no, I don't have any of them. But
what are they worth these days? That number always goes up.
I don't know. I mean, and I've seen them
over $1 million,
drop
right?
down. Yeah, but I've seen it drop down now. So I stay away from that kind of thing, just because too much hype.
Do you think this new eGraphs market is viable?
I think it's bullshit, frankly.
What's eGraphs?
I think it's bullshit. It's basically where you order online a facsimile autograph. I don't get it.
And some players will personalize it with they'll record something for you and you can play it off your computer.
It's kind of I got a really good one for you, Brandon. By the way, the name of the book is "You Gotta Have Balls." John, what do you got? Listen to this one.
I appreciate you taking my call. Yeah, back in the late 70s, I had a neighbor, an older guy. He did something with the Mets. He took me to the stadium and sat in a room, and some of the ball players came out and signed the ball. And I really don't remember who they were. I don't know where I would go to find who they were. But the main question is, this elderly African-American gentleman was there, and the guy I was with said, "You want to go have your ball signed by him?" And I did, and after he signed it, I looked at it, it was Willie Mays. My question is I was young and not thinking right, and I ended up signing the ball myself.
Oh, boy.
Why?
Does that totally screw the value on that now?
Yeah, does the word asshole mess up a Willie Mays ball?
I think your kids will appreciate it. It's something that's good heirloom.
Oh, man.
What would a Willie Mays ball go for?
A Willie Mays ball sells for about $250, $300.
That's it.
Yeah, about $300.
Okay, yeah.
But now that he signed it, what? $1.50?
Depends on what's your name, sir.
That didn't.
Yeah. Like if I should try to bleach it out or.
No, don't bleach it. Is there a way to take the ink off the ball?
What you're going to do there is, if you really want to get creative, you cut the ball up and you take that piece off and then you put it underneath, let's say, a photo of the game you were at or something like that. I would actually cut that ball and cut the skin off the ball, and then you'd have the Willie Mays autograph and you'd put that underneath the photo. You'd have kind of
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get to like
been down that road before? Yeah.
If that was a valuable ball, like a $5,000 or $10,000 or $30,000 ball, is there a way to get an extra marking off it with laser? Because they can take tattoos off.
It's
now.
very, very difficult without damaging the ball and looking like something happened to the ball. You can always try. There's ink remover. There's all different things. But on a ball, it's tough. It's very hard on a baseball to remove that.
Now, what about the other players that signed it? How can I figure out who they were?
What you do is you take a picture, about 4 or 5 different pictures from some different angles. You go to my Facebook, you'll send me that, and I'll tell you who's on the ball. I'm pretty familiar with that particular ball for the most part, having done some stuff with that team. So I'll pretty much recognize most of the autographs.
Is there anything you have that you wouldn't sell? Like that you just personally love too much and you just couldn't part
I've got
with
a
it?
few things that are. I mean, my collection it's awesome, but it's not one of those. You're going to find every Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth jerseys. But I have a couple of things that are just priceless to me. The first collectible I created, believe it or not, was I was on the train. I was looking at the back of the Daily News. I saw Mark Messier holding up a cup. And immediately, I wasn't in the collectible business. I was just doing the marketing of players. And I just said, we did it. I know 15,000 people that want to buy that photo. I got to get Mark to do this. And he signed that, to brands. It's a simple collectible, but I would never sell that because that was the beginning of, obviously, a very strong run for me. And the other thing is I went to Mariano's house. I was talking about the show I do on Yes. So I go to his house. I got the cameras, 2 cameras. Mariano, we're doing an interview about your collectibles. He goes, I don't have anything. I said, I told you I was coming. Are you crazy? So he goes to the camera guy. Actually, he had a box of tapes at that time. They still use tapes. And he takes the box and cuts it into his glove. Actually, it's on if you go on YouTube, you see there's a video of this. And he actually takes a knife and cuts the box up, and that's his glove. He goes, this was my glove growing up as a kid. And you see the way he actually took that glove and started shaping it, and then he signed it, he put it in his pocket. Like, you could see that was very instinctive for him. And it was very humbling to me at that. I just remember that, one of my favorite things, and I happen to hold on to that. And the other thing is I have all my ticket stuff since I'm a kid. I mean, it's literally since I'm a teenager, my concerts, everything, and I wouldn't give that up. I mean, those are all my memories of going to all these events.
I'm the same. It's like basically collectors like this are, and I am one, but organized hoarding is all it really is. There's something about capturing the moment and keeping it, and I never do it for financial gain. I don't know why I love this stuff. Why does it mean anything?
You know what I do for a living? I help people extend the memories. Like, I figure in your Fab Five, you got the marriage, your birth of your kids, and then you got a sports moment probably somewhere in there. And it's like, I'm going to go extend one of your favorite moments in your lives by creating some products with some of these players or finding the actual products from that particular moment. And let's put that up on your wall. Why not relive that moment every day when you wake up? Why not relive it in your office or in your room, whatever it is?
How did this guy make it to the major leagues playing baseball with a cardboard glove?
Oh, you're watching the video on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I love this. I mean, he's authentic when he does this video.
Who's
You
this?
can see that's Mariano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Making a
That's what the
glove out of cardboard.
Oh, is that what you meant? Cut a box?
Yeah, he cut a box.
Oh,
And you see how he's got his hand.
majors?
And that's why his hands are so soft. I mean, that's why he's such a good
That's pretty
fielder,
amazing.
Mariano.
That really is
see how
amazing.
comfortable he is here. Yeah,
And that's all you would need. It wouldn't hurt your hand.
Well, that was what he played with as a kid?
Yes.
Wow.
And he also,
made it.
string and rubber bands would he use as a ball.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
Really?
amazing.
Somebody's begging me to ask about the 1941 play ball set with Vandy and Joe DiMaggio.
Who's Vandy?
I don't know.
Vandermeer?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's
then.
okay. Yeah.
I thought it was a
You
big,
think you couldn't get
big
Lance
deal.
Armstrong because he thought your book was an insult? Right? Jesus. His book, of course, you got to have balls.
I should send him a copy. But if you're, the book is about collecting. It's about a lot of different things, but it is about selling. It is about, just trying to take what you have and make it better.
All right.
And that's like my main theory behind. I never really asked. I wasn't one of the smarter kids in my class. I don't know how the hell I got into Syracuse. I had no grades, shitty SAT scores, and zero money. But, I had a lot of heart, and I took whatever I had and made it work, like the dirt. It's like, things got a little tough. The dirt was on the field. There was a lot of it. We made the most of it.
Yep.
I lifted the grass up on that last field. Almost $1 million of sales. Just freeze dried it. Just simple stuff.
You're worth a few bucks.
Crazy.
I've done all right. Considering how little I was worth growing up. I mean, I still open up the refrigerator. I'm like, shit. I can't believe how much food is in here. It's crazy.
I need a Dan Marino and for myself a Pete Maravich. What do you got?
Well, I tell you, Pete Maravich is one of my favorites. I have a couple in my sports room. One of my favorites, something I wouldn't give up. Dan Marino's coming up and signing for us. I think in a few weeks at our Steiner store in Roosevelt Field.
You're going to give me one of those.
Yeah, I have to hook you up with a Dan Marino case.
No, that's all right.
You need the case.
You need it, Chen.
You need the cheater ball. No, you need the cheater ball in the case.
I don't care about you.
Yeah, and then you need some boxing glove cases. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that I can put where I'm worried about the light fucking up the autograph. I got Ali to sign a glove recently, which I'd never sell.
You got to take care of this stuff.
Yeah, I want it to look good. So when my children are born, I can go, you'll never get this, you little prick. And I can sell it and use the money for products.
No, at least my kids says, I don't want the shit.
Oh, they don't want it?
Dad, I don't want it. Don't bring it home. I don't want it.
And I was dumb because I wanted to bring in, I supposedly have a Kurt Cobain autograph, and I wanted you to look at it, see what you think by eyeing it.
All right, bring it in.
Next time,
you
maybe.
think?
Send a photo of it, Hope. You could probably send a photo.
If you send the photo.
It's a signed photo. Dr. Steve sent it to me, a guy that seems he's a friend of ours, so I think he thinks it's real.
You got to protect what you collect. I'll tell you, the stuff you get in person is nothing like it, and it's always should be the joy and the center of your collection because you got the memory to go along with it.
When you get like something like a 2-glove case like that.
Yep.
Is there a way it doesn't damage the glove at all, right? When you put it, they don't like stitch it into anything, or
that's one of the cases. But I would say even something simpler. That's a case you can hang on the wall.
Oh.
But there's another case you can just put on your table. I'm a big fan of protecting what you collect. We have a whole line of things, whether it be framing or cases on our website. But if you want to put that on a table, there's a glass case that I would highly recommend. That's not what you're looking at on our website. That I put the gloves in. That's what I keep my gloves in. And it's you got to protect what you collect, and you got to a lot of people have this stuff. It's under their bed, it's in their closet. I mean, what good is that doing?
I got it in my closet in waterproof things. Do you have anything for UFC gloves? Like those? Okay. See those? I don't know how to display those.
Yeah. I mean, we have quite a bit of cases.
Jimmy
on
needs
our
a
site.
huge house.
Dude, I want to
You got to see his apartment.
Waterproof. Afraid of a flood on the 50th floor?
No, but what if somebody above me all of a sudden has a toilet leak and all it goes all over my gloves?
Lives above you, Pavarotti.
Jesus. Or what if I'm sitting next to somebody who I think is my friend and they throw water and it gets all over my gloves?
All right, that could happen.
Oh, this was awesome, Brent.
Yeah, this is
my pleasure.
You're going to have to come back and see us.
We got to give away some stuff next time too.
How
Give
about
away
right
some
now? You
autographs.
got something?
Let's give away something.
What do you got?
I'm trying to think what we're doing. We're doing something with Magic Johnson today. A sign. So let's give away a basketball signed by Magic or something. He's got big balls.
A basketball by Magic?
Jesus.
He didn't touch it, did he?
Jim wants to win.
Can we?
He didn't sit on it, did he?
I tell you, Magic's my favorite, though. My all-time favorite. What a great
I'm hanging
player.
up on everyone so we can start over. So what do you want to do? You got to make it official.
The book is called, by the way, You Gotta Have Balls, Brandon's autobiography, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff about collecting in here. And how should we give away the...
Well, Brandon, what caller gets it?
Let's do it for the third caller.
Third caller gets a what now?
Caller gets a signed Magic Johnson basketball.
You just want a signed Magic Johnson basketball, sir.
I'm actually trying to dial quickly.
You, sir.
What's your name?
Yes, sir.
Hi, what's your name?
Barry?
Hi, Barry. Are you calling in for the ball?
Yeah, but Jimmy, is this Jim?
Yes, this is Jim.
Yeah, I was trying to call in. I got a Maravich basketball. I'd like to know how much it's worth.
Wow. How's the signature? Did he sign it just pistol, or did he sign his whole name?
No, it's just got Pete Maravich on it. I had
Well, he signed it Pistol Pete. Right, Brandon? Tell him.
He could have. Sometimes he writes pistol on there.
Most of the time, he wrote Pistol. I got a lot of Pistol Pete autographs.
A lot of pistol.
We should talk. And he did,
if
did
you
the
take a
7
picture of that and email, send that to me on my Facebook, or if you go to BrandonSteiner.com. By the way, BrandonSteiner.com, the blog is very out of the box. If you want to go and register for it, it's free. But also, you can get my book on BrandonSteiner.com as well. The book is not just all collectibles, so if you're not a big collectible fan, you'll like the book. It's just a kid from Brooklyn. I just talk about how I got here at this point.
Growing up in Brooklyn for how many pages?
52. So be prepared for the 52-yard. Get some tissues out and
He was listening to that shit.
I was there and poor and didn't have much. My mother left and my dad died. It's true though. It wasn't actually all that pretty.
Doesn't
but
happen to everybody.
We've all heard that story before, but this was a little bit creative.
Hey, what's your name again, sir? Because you do win the Magic Johnson basketball.
It's Barry. Yeah, Jimmy WIP was talking about him this morning in Philly. He's doing, I guess, doing a plug or something now.
Who gives a fuck? Do you want the basketball or not?
Yeah, he's plugging my date in Philly. Thank you.
Yeah, I want the ball.
All right, well, stay on hold. We'll give
All
your
right.
address, then we'll get that to Brandon.
Yeah, line 3. Jimmy is playing the Helium Comedy Club all weekend in Philly. That's terrific.
Yeah, why? But Brandon's in here. We're not talking about my shows all being sold out except for Sunday. Why would we talk about that? It's not important.
Fuck, that's awesome.
How do you get on the radio and be able to curse and say whatever the hell you want?
Satellite
This is
subscription.
awesome.
It's amazing.
What a gig. This is a great country. I love it.
It's the best.
Yeah, a lot better than regular radio.
We want to know how we could sell dirt for $25 million.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just
You want to
swap
trade jobs?
Yeah.
I'll sell fucking dirt all day long.
And underneath that dirt, there's more dirt.
Hey, is there
More dirt.
I got a really good question for you. Maybe off air. An Opie and Anthony collectible for real buckaroos.
Oh,
You know what's crazy is we
Real
found
bucks.
the right product for the two of you guys.
Yeah?
You know, probably a fan base out there who want a couple of things to put on. People probably live and die with you every morning.
I know what people would want. Their suicide notes.
Maybe we get an O&A and Jim Norton collectable.
So if you
We're gonna have
manage to
to pay
get past the
handsomely.
first 52 pages, you got to have balls. I mean, I'd love to hear your feedback, though. The book is a good book, though. Hopefully you give it a read.
Definitely.
And, something, it's great to be back up here in Sirius. I had my own show for about a year and a half up here in the afternoon. So until Mad Dog came in and took over, and we kind of moved on. I moved over to another station, but I love this place. This is so creative, and there's always stuff going on up here. So I've become a big
This
Sirius
place?
fan. Yeah. The bands and is that not still happening? Or
Yeah, they still have live performances.
Yeah, the bands and you guys and Howard Stern and all these different things going on. I don't know.
Right on, Brandon. All right.
Thank you very much.
Hey, great.
Brandon Steiner, You Gotta Have Balls. The book looks like it's going to be a good read, so check it out. And the Facebook and all that again, one last time.
Well, how do you go? It's Brandon Steiner on Facebook, or go to BrandonSteiner.com. You get all the information. You can register for my blog.
Everything links. If you Google anything right now, it brings up Facebook, Twitter, all the information.
We
Very
have a
easy to
lot of
find.
contests on my Facebook. Though. I give away a lot of cool shit. I just gave away a $500 gift card for your greatest sports moment. You'd be crying listening to those moments. Your first time at Yankee Stadium, all that stuff. And then you do the What's It Worth on the Facebook.
Right.
So you can mail in your pictures and I tell you what it's worth.
Okay.
It's all good.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, thank you. It's been fun. Love
Amy
having you.
Schumer
Love being
coming
here.
Amy Schumer coming up next.
Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Amy Schumer in studio,
Good morning.
making her wait so we could talk to Brandon Steiner. So we have to start with an apology
I
again.
could have talked sports with you guys.
Yeah. Or literal Amy, as we call her.
Yes, come yes, on.
yes.
Why? What happened? What did I miss?
This is why I love Amy. Amy twittered something. I twittered a photo.
Oh, I did see that yesterday.
Amy is promoting a couple of dates, and she did a film with Parker Posey, which was funny. Amy was great. She's a really good actress.
really were good in the
Annoyed
film.
me that my friend is obviously going very far. And there's a screen cap. I just took a picture of Amy, Parker, and there's a black girl in the middle. So I twittered a photo, say I'm watching Amy in a movie, and she's the one in the middle. And Amy twittered as a goof, Jimmy, no, I'm not in the middle, which of course was...
Just explaining that wasn't me. That was a black chick and not me.
Yeah, you were joking. You were just being a silly goose, as you will tend to be.
Yes.
Now, hold on one second. Let me see Jim's profile. So I twittered
Would that
back.
be Jim Norton on Twitter?
It would be Jim Norton on Twitter.
Jim Norton.
Yeah,
So I twittered back Amy's with a response to your, Jimmy, no, I'm not in the middle. And I wrote back, way to play along, ! LOL. Remind me to never use you as an alibi, LOL. Rolling on floor laughing.
Yes.
And what text do I get?
Oh, shut up. Everyone was tweeting me like, Amy, you idiot.
No. It was good. I get this, where is it? Do you really think I didn't know you were joking?
Well, everyone else didn't. They thought you were just being silly.
I know.
Literal Amy.
But like
Literal Amy.
I would never write LOL, ROFL and mean it. Like I would never use
course.
you as an al. Oh,
I don't know.
I'm humiliated that you would think I would write something so awful.
Well, I should have given you the benefit of the doubt, but I did not.
Confused with Colin.
I just thought you were going through a weird, I'm like, maybe he's dating someone and she uses this AOL speak.
I'm dating somebody in their late 40s.
Yeah.
Amy's got a lot of dates coming up.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Levity Live's a cool club.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
this weekend,
excited.
right?
This weekend.
Starting today, Thursday through Saturday, Levity Live in West Nyack, New York. Really cool club.
I'm just going to get up there and I'm just going to tell these people my jokes and just like hope they laugh at them. You know?
Absolutely.
Just get up there. So,
yeah.
That's the plan.
That's a good plan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Governors, December 8th and 9th. And they added a Sunday show.
That's cool.
Keeping it local.
I haven't been to Governor's
That's
in a
pretty
while.
cool.
I got to get over there.
That's
gotta
like
get out
my
there.
that's like my hometown.
Uh-huh. You better go.
My
You better be
hometown.
there, girl.
Hells yeah.
And then the sold out Antisocial you're doing with Jim Norton. And,
You know it.
Yeah, we
I
sold
want
out
to go to that so
way.
bad.
We should
That's
do
gonna
more
be
of
a
those
good
because that was sold out relatively
Quick.
quickly. Yeah, that's a
That
good.
is exciting.
It's a good grouping.
I can't wait. I'm headlining that, right? I close the show.
Oh man.
Everyone would love you too.
Oh my God. Yeah, right.
But that's the big fucking argument with me and Attell every time. Like, he's like, "Do you want to close?" I'm like, "No, you close."
Really?
I refuse to go on after either of you ever.
Me, you could follow easily. Attell is harder to follow because he's so he's a brilliant act, but he's so offbeat. And he can be completely filthy or he can be completely clean, and it's always bizarre and funny, and it's really hard to go up and do anything after that.
Yeah.
'Cause, I just want to watch him. I don't want to watch me after Attell.
No, he goes up and absolutely slaughters and doesn't feel a second of it.
No,
and
he's
he'll
just
be like, well, they whatever.
hating his own guts the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're all in agony because of what you just did, and he doesn't feel it.
Yeah.
He had like a really awful long beard, and he looked like a fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah. I saw him with that beard.
And it just
It's
made me laugh
terrible.
so hard. He goes, "You know what goes good with this beard? Kaboom!" Kaboom.
He's so fucking funny.
I love it when he goes on stage with that facial hair, he'll wear a snow hat, a coat, and
Yeah.
he'll be holding shopping bags. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how are you
What's
not
he
homeless?
doing? Yeah, he
just
looks
does
like
it.
a homeless
He'll
guy.
have his coffee up there. It looks like somebody's going to put money in it.
Yeah, he's truly he's one of the absolute greats to ever perform.
best.
I mean, he's so
He's my
fucking
favorite.
great. Yeah, he's probably mine too. I would say Dave Attell's probably my favorite
Do
comic.
you know his mom used to
I've
take
never met
care
her. Oh.
of me and my sister after school?
What?
When we growing up? Is that the weirdest
That
thing?
is strange.
Yeah.
Tell the story. What's that about?
Well, we
She-
were latchkey kids,
Nice.
and I never knew Dave at all. He was already out of the house, I guess.
Maybe you just
and,
blocked it out. Maybe you knew
I
him
didn't know
very
Dave,
well.
but I knew his hands.
Yes.
Something about his smell.
Yes, and I would feel myself being penetrated while staring at a gnome hat.
No, but we grew up in the same town, and his mom was our baby. Me and my sister, she took care of us. She made us mac and cheese.
How weird is that?
It's so weird. And then we didn't realize it until years later. We were both doing a show at Central Park Summer Stage, and his sister was like, "Amy, I used to babysit you." And
Come
we were
on.
like, "What?" It was so weird. Yeah. And he just found a book of mine from when I was a little girl, and his mom just found it, and they mailed it to me. He was like, "Get ready to shit yourself."
What do you
and
mean
it
a
was
book of yours?
A book I must have brought over after school.
How to sleep on your stomach.
I was going to say, test it for DNA immediately. Immediately.
How to breathe through your nose.
Amy, you're blowing up, man.
Yes.
It's hard to keep track of you.
When is your show
That's
premiere?
not nice to say.
April 30th.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get some time.
No, you know what? I'm thin right now. Here's why. I did a photo shoot for Vanity Fair yesterday.
Oh, good.
So I didn't eat I ate like you're supposed to eat all week.
Yeah.
Like girls eat that are on television, like what I should be doing all the time. It was the worst week. Have you ever
Really?
tried to lose weight? It's so awful. I don't know how anyone can live like that for.
It was like you were conscious of it all the time.
It was
Yeah, you
like
crave
eat
everything.
just vegetables and some protein. Oh, it was. It was a miserable. I was like, that's why models are such cunts because they're just starving.
They're just always hungry.
Yeah, and then I revenge ate and drank
Yeah.
for 24 hours. Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
you made weight.
Yeah, I got myself
She made
back
weight,
up.
and then it's like, okay, now I could.
I'm ready to
eat.
fight again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. When 4th of July, that party, you were in that fucking bikini there. You look
Yeah?
pretty goddamn good.
Okay, that's
Pretty
nice to hear.
Goddamn good.
Yeah, television adds 90 pounds.
Does it? Oh,
yeah,
boy.
it does. And I look like a Cabbage Patch anyway, so. And I was like,
You just
"Man,
upset
fair."
Jimmy.
Jimmy's going to throw up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jimmy's
he
out of here.
Sorry, Jimmy.
He left.
Jimmy's
Yeah, it was. Not eating is. I mean,
Yeah.
it sucks.
So is that your first fucking foray into how you're going to turn all Hollywood and shit?
No, oh my
An
God.
eating
If
disorder would be
anything,
great.
Never.
I would
you know,
love
I'm
to,
not
like-
someone that. I don't think I'm someone that would look When girls lose all that weight, you're like, we didn't need you to do that, Christina Ricci. You know?
Yeah.
Jennifer Goodwin, have a sandwich. Nobody needs you to be a waif.
I'd love for you to get to the point where you're checking out at the supermarket and you look over at the tabloids and there's Amy just emaciated, getting her mail from the fucking the mailbox, looking at the camera, all mad.
With the headline, "What happened to Amy?"
Yeah, and I'm just, I thought this is what you wanted.
Family's worried about Amy Schumer.
Or good cellulite picture with a whole bunch of Hollywood
I could give him that right now. I'll
that one's always
right
my
now.
favorite, where they just show the cellulite and you have to guess
whose ass
cellulite is this?
Yeah, whose body it's on.
They're just like us.
I'm a fucking prick, man. I know it, but that is really that's gotta kill people.
What?
It's like going, whose ass is this? Whose disgusting ass is in our magazine? And here are the names, the little key with A is, if those people are looking, you gotta be like, oh man.
That sucks. But who are the people that buy those magazines mostly? The people I see on planes, it's these fat chicks from the Midwest who are wearing a
they can feel better about
over a
themselves.
turtleneck,
and
mom haircut, terrible jeans, and they're like, she looks stupid in this Gucci dress, and you're like, really?
Right.
You're going home alone. You have a ton of cats to feed.
They're cats, yeah. She's going home to her
But you think Brittany has taken a turn for the worse, So
everything
it's
she
who
owns is
cares?
covered with hair and stinks like piss.
Yeah.
Nice.
Her exposure will be on Hoarders and nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're I don't know, you're right on that fucking Hollywood thing there, Amy.
We've seen this a lot.
Really?
Man. So we just want to soak you in before you just say those.
Soak me in.
God, I remember
That's
that.
what I say.
Remember when Amy used to do the
keep going,
show?
soak me in.
Soak me
Guys
in.
love it. They're like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, shut up. I mush their face.
Soak me in.
Are we setting another one free today?
I think
so many people that used to do our show, and we go, remember when they used to do our show?
Remember when Louis C.K. used to beg to come on?
Remember when Louis C.K. did our show?
Doesn't he still do
he'll
it?
come on at his leisure.
Right. He'll get to us eventually.
And that's it. The eventually is getting further apart.
Further apart, yes.
Sure. Now hosting SNL, and
I'm happy for him.
And him in the tabloids, they're taking pictures of him in his stalled out boat in the middle of the water, like he's fucking goddamn Aristotle Onexus.
Well, he loves boating.
Oh,
Out in his boat. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
stalled
God,
out.
I really want to. It did?
Yeah,
What
they got
happened?
And they have
Pictures of
pictures of him beached on the boat, trying to start it
on a
and
cell
walking
phone,
around.
just waiting for help.
Yeah, waiting for help,
with
and
his
they're taking
daughters.
pictures of him like he's fucking Tom Cruise.
He's using his Emmys to try and row back
That's great. Yeah, guy, I'm going to throw you this line.
Right.
I tied my Emmy to it. Catch.
in. Using it as an anchor.
Yeah.
You're like, it's too much weight. You have to throw the Emmys overboard. He's like, no, I'm going down with
He's throwing
the ship.
his children overboard instead.
But I can see him.
Yes.
I can see him throwing his Emmys in the river.
Yeah.
I really could. I could see that.
Yeah, he would
that's
do
something
it,
that Louis
but
would
then
do.
a week later, he'd be in scuba
Oh, you
gear.
think?
Going to get that
I don't know why I
shit.
did that. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that.
Stupid. I could use
I'm an
those.
idiot.
You think he'll do well on SNL?
I think
'Cause
so.
that's-
I
No.
can't wait
He's
to
just
see him
funny.
on there.
I can't wait to see what he does with it because SNL is not a show I watch anymore. But
I
knowing
still
Louis
watch
going to
it.
be
I
fucking
still
hosting,
watch
I
it.
can't wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
You still watch SNL? Oh.
I watch it just
Did
force
they
a
call
habit.
you? I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? She's defending SNL. So
No,
maybe there's something
I'm
there.
not. I'm not. But I still watch it just force.
Do you
force
like
a
it
habit.
still?
The laughs for me are few and far between.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just still makes me excited to hear somebody say live from New York at Saturday night. That was my favorite growing up. So
Well, we always have that hope that it's going to be good
I
again.
know,
So
but
you're
I do
kinda
like
right.
a lot of the people on there. They make me laugh. But just I don't know why it's sort of.
It's kind of just a fixture now. It's
Yeah.
just there. Kind of comfort.
I think it's
comfort.
I think it's
food.
the work schedule that fucks up that show. Where they
Yeah.
have to get all that together in 1 week.
Those poor people. It doesn't seem
They're sleep
appealing
deprived,
to. Yeah.
and I don't know. It used to work back in the day, but
Because
Maybe-
everybody was fueled by like drugs and sex.
Exactly.
But they're all just like.
and now they got human
businessy.
resources over there. I'm sure.
Totally.
Where the lady's like, look, these guys can only work 8 hours at a time, not 28 hours in a row.
Yeah.
You're
No,
right.
They work. They're not people that my friends who have worked there. They do not have lives while they're there. It's bad.
Everyone we've talked to that came out of there said it's a pretty tough life
Yeah.
to do, and there's always like little cliques and fights and infighting.
Brewer's SNL stories.
Oh my God, Jim Brewer's hilarious.
You get a few beers at him, man. Just let him talk.
Let me tell you about that fucking asshole.
But you think, I remember you just think somebody's on there, they're just rich. You're like, okay, you're on that show once, you're rich. And then you'll see a lot of these guys that used to be on there maybe a year or two, and then they're back out on the road.
Yeah,
and it's just like there's a sadness to it. And that's great that they got to that level. I haven't been on that show, but you're just like, oh, we just thought you were rich.
I thought you were like you were done and rich. You think that's sad? I used to think Opie was rich when he was at BAB. He was on the radio at BAB. Yeah, see, showed me.
Well, me and Ed got together. I'm like, hey man, you got to come by my place so we can
house.
Figure some shit out.
I was like, fuck, because I was still in construction, and all I'm thinking is like, he's fucking
Iron Gates.
Yeah. He had a pretty new like Blazer at the time and shit. And I'm just like, all right,
S10 Blazer,
kind of cool,
forest green.
Kind of cool. So, wow, he's inviting me to his house.
Yeah.
This is like fucking pretty cool.
Put on your Sunday
and he goes
shoes.
to Northport, which is a pretty nice neighborhood in Long Island. So I'm pulling up and I make the turn away from the nice part of Northport to the other part. Yeah. And he pulls up in front of a house, and I'm like, "Were we stopping somewhere? We got to be like, I'm following him in my
where
shitty
you buy your drugs?
car.
Yeah,
this has to be like something." And then I just kept trying to convince myself. I'm just saying to myself, "It's got to be like his summer place or something." He just like staying at Northport, a second home or something. And then I found out, no. You don't make any fucking money in radio.
Yeah. It takes so much money to live well. I'm like, I have some money now, and I still live like total dog shit.
Everyone increases that fucking little step, though. We're never smart.
Yeah.
It's always like, oh, if I lived the lifestyle I was living with this money,
right?
I'm golden. But then you always go, I could buy that.
I can probably afford
I'll step that
now.
up a little bit more and that, and then you're like, okay, and then you make a little more money. It's like, oh, good, I could kick it up a little more.
Yeah.
Now, if I was living like I was, knocking tin with fucking 3 roommates and shit.
You'd be wearing a suit with dollar signs all over it.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Money in the bank.
No.
Money.
I have 2 roommates right now.
So you're still roommate, girl?
Well, you saw my place. It was like
I wanted
it's
to
nice.
see
Oh
it.
yeah.
I saw the look you gave me.
You
I
guys
wanted
were
to see
with
your
child.
place.
Sorry, I gave you a dirty
we were
look.
days out.
I know.
I
was
wanted
like,
to go badly too.
I wanted her to have the baby on my roof.
That was cool though.
it
Yeah,
was
up on the roof.
crazy.
I heard I missed a good one too.
It was good. It wound up being crazy. Questlove DJ'd.
Questlove.
It was a good
on your roof.
On my roof.
On the roof.
It was really
pretty cool.
fun.
Were the neighbors pissed?
No, I mean we rented out the roof.
Oh,
you
cool.
know?
Very cool.
Damn it. But but no, what happened was my friend Tig Notaro, who Louis just promoted her album on his website. You can still get her album on Louis' website. She's one of the writers on my TV show. She got diagnosed with breast cancer and was like, lives in LA and was like, I have breast cancer. And I was like, I was like, oh shit. But I was like, we'll still move here. Just like we'll live together. And her best friend Kyle, who's also a writer on my show. And so they moved in with me and Tig got both of her breasts removed.
So this is the show, right?
This is my TV.
Yeah. Oh, see, I thought it was the show because
and that's
no way
the show.
no way this is reality.
This is real. This is real. She got
had
her
her
both
breasts removed.
She had a double mastectomy, and the cancer is now totally gone.
Ooh.
She only has a 7% chance of recurrence. So now I have these 2 40-something-year-old roommates for no reason. Like, she's totally healthy. Like, Kyle and I thought I was going to be, like, decorating her headscarves and, like, holding a bin under her while she's
Holy
healthier than
shit.
anyone. So now I just live, we just weirdly all live together.
So how long before you go, all right, look, get the fuck
Well,
out.
they both live in LA, and their contracts are kind of up on my show in November. So I think, a couple of months, like maybe after the new year, I'll be like, hey, look, Craigslist has a lot of new friendly
check these out.
listings.
Check this out.
Yeah, but it's fun. They have bunk beds.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
fun for some reason.
It's like a little fucking
I want bunk
camp
beds.
over there.
I know.
Why can't you have bunk beds as an adult?
They're doing it. They almost got one with a slide to get down.
I like being that close to the ceiling for some reason.
Do you?
Really?
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Oh.
I don't know. I always got the bottom bunk.
I was
Well,
top
me and my
bunk.
Yeah,
brother,
I'm a
my
bottom
brother
bunk.
had the bunk beds, and I had the bottom bunk. I liked it because my father could never get a good swing with his belt. When he was trying to fucking hit me with the belt,
Yeah.
it would like hit the top of the bunk. He'd have to do some weird fucking sidearm pitch with the fucking with the
Didn't get
belt
the
to try
same.
to get in there, but he could never get the leverage. And Joe, on the other hand, was on the top bunk, and when you're swinging top like that. That fucking thing would come and whip down on him. So Joe was getting the shit beat out of him.
Poor planning, Joe.
Ah, yeah.
I'm gonna build a loft.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I'm back in college.
Levels.
Put a little couch under it.
Levels.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
what it
levels
looks like.
now, man. Fuck
Yeah.
this living like an adult crap.
Yeah, it really is
Yeah.
horseshit.
What's the show about, by the way?
It's called Inside Amy Schumer, and it's just sort of like about
God, it's
my
about cabbies.
yeah, it's all just me interviewing cab drivers.
Do
have
you
had
regret
something
telling that
inside
story
me.
on our show?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
They bring it
I
up a lot.
should, right? Oh, please,
They bring
every.
it up a lot. These
How
people.
about every interview? Like I'll be getting interviewed
Yeah.
in Vegas. Some nice reporters like, "What's the cab story?" People ask me to ask you about the cab story.
Someone just wrote. Matter of fact, they saw you somewhere. I think it was Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Were you in Charlotte recently?
I was just in Charlotte.
And they're like, Amy was hilarious in Charlotte, but she didn't tell the cab story.
When I say, does anyone have any requests? 9 times out of 10, it's cab story. And I'm like, all right. I tell it.
All right, so you don't regret it.
I
Good.
don't regret it. I don't regret
right.
anything I've said on here yet.
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 Yeah.
You gave Howard a lot of good dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't hold out. I would tell you guys.
I know.
anything.
We didn't ask the right questions, I guess.
Damn it.
When you were...
We usually just
that
talk
comes with
about-
experience.
and people fucking beat us up for it. Like, why didn't you guys get the scoop on Amy and the Wrestler?
Oh.
I remember the time.
Oh, you knew
but
I was
remember,
dating him.
Yeah, at the time, you wanted it on the QT for a little
Yes.
bit.
Kept
But
it
then,
quiet.
Thank you.
but then you gave a lot of details on Howard, how the sex was ridiculous.
It was athletic.
Right. You were like exhausted.
And you know me.
Were you
I
out of your
like,
league?
I like laying there,
a little mellow, more relaxed.
just laying around.
Yeah.
I like somebody to have to hold a mirror under me to see if I'm awake or alive. We totally. There's a lot of crossover. I went to a couple of his events, and O&A fans would see me there and yell to me. Probably something about a cab.
Probably.
But anyway, what's the show about? So it's Inside Amy.
Yeah, it's some stand up and me talking to people on the street, kind of like those real sex interviews, and some scenes, a bunch of scenes.
Nice.
Jimmy's in the pilot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys didn't see the pilot?
No?
No.
Oh, I have to show it to you. I'm.
Are you happy with the pilot?
I love it. I love
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to be an awesome show.
Nice.
So,
That's
I hope so.
That's
I hope
pretty
so, too.
You guys will
goddamn
like it.
exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe my favorite are the letters from standards and practices. It's a funny
Oh,
thing.
really?
It'll be like, okay, addressing this scene. We cannot show Amy being penetrated from behind. We cannot see the actual hand job. Maybe you could insinuate the motion. Just like
Wow.
the most clinical description of the shit we wrote.
Been there. They take all the funny out of shit.
Standards and practices are rough on any network. They're terrible
Yeah.
because their whole job is to.
But they always go too far. They know they could
Sure.
like, help you out a little bit, but
Because
they
they're
choose
just
not
making
to
it up.
ever.
And
They
they're
just
not
don't want to
artists.
lose their job.
Yeah,
they just don't want to lose
Right.
their job.
We had lawyers at CBS Radio drove us completely insane with
Yeah.
the nonsense they would give us on our bits and our show in general.
Because it's not necessary, especially on
wasn't.
cable.
It
Because
wasn't
on
gonna be-
cable, there's no FCC.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
In
they
your
make it
case.
up.
Right.
But still, I have to show you these emails. They're hilarious.
You should bring them in and read them. That would be funny.
Yeah, I could pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, I
Do you
would
guys
love to
wanna
hear one. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Talk amongst.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Tom
Jimmy,
Green's
you're all
here
done
as
with.
well.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Tom,
should I move-
Tom
should I
Green.
scoot?
No,
No, you
yeah,
stay
you
there.
stay right
Stay
the fuck
there.
there.
Put Tom over
Green?
there.
Yeah.
Put Tom where Danny is, and then we got Tom. We got Jim, Amy, and Tom.
We got to shove everybody in because
Tom, Jim, and
we
Amy.
ran late with Brandon Steiner.
How long
tonight.
did we talk to him for?
Way longer than we
2?
thought we would.
I think 2.
How long did we talk to him for? 2.
Long.
Oh,
Were you bored?
No, I
That wasn't your thing?
It's not my cup of tea. I understand Jimmy loves collectibles and
Yeah.
stuff, and you're a sports guy, and I'm a degenerate piece of shit filth. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm that too.
Oh, that's true. But you two collect things.
I have these.
Valtrex pills.
Okay, I'll read you some of these notes from
Yes,
Standards and
please.
Practices. Okay. Amy, The word dyke is too harsh. Please change it to something more acceptable, like lesbian.
Like damn or
like lesbian.
You can't say cunt. You can't say fuck.
We know that.
We cannot see Amy actually jerking off the naked actor or any hand movement from behind.
Wow, not even hand movement.
No.
They can't show it from behind. They can't show your elbow moving?
No.
But it's cable TV.
No.
This one, a subtle blowjob gesture here may work. If it's too overly graphic, we won't be able to show. My suggestion is to shoot a couple and send what you want, but also shoot a safety. For the blowjobs,
Safety. Never shoot the safety.
For the blowjobs, plural.
What a great show this is going to be.
We can see the heads go down off camera, but we cannot see anything bobbing. This is my favorite. Also, not sure what a chuck on the tits is. But we should avoid this, please.
Avoid Chuck on the tits.
Chuck on the tits.
What is that? I think that was in season 1 of Happy Days. Oh.
Sounds like coming on the tits.
It will need to be, I eat pussies for breakfast, or we will have to bleep pussy. Or context.
I just wish they would let you guys do your fucking thing.
By the way, here's the
Because
example.
this has nothing to do with cable TV.
Louis, this is why Louis works. The A Network said, okay, here's a couple things you can't say. You do what you do as a funny person and give it to us, and we will stay the fuck out of it. And what you get is the most Emmy nominations that a guy has ever gotten.
Yeah, Louis,
hilarious, right?
It's legendary because Louis said, I'll do a show for you, but you're not going to be able to see it.
Stay
I will
out of my
hand it
way."
in to you. And if that's acceptable with you, then we got a deal.
But that's
And he
what
got it
happens
done.
when networks leave you alone. But I mean,
Yeah, you
look,
get the
Comedy
best
Central is a
shit
lot
from you
better
guys.
than a regular network.
Comedy Central has been very cool, but standards and practices, and even they've been more lenient than like my first experience with
Okay,
them.
good.
But those emails just made me laugh.
But do you feel like you're able to work around this stuff?
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to, but some of the stuff like
Because some of the stuff in your head, you just know, oh my God, this is what will be funny. I just know it in my bones.
yeah, and I think some of it won't work if taken out. Like that scene, or like the scene where the Chuck on her tits. That I think that was the scene. We wrote about like how when actresses go on late night shows, they're so like precious, and the dynamic of like them and the host is always like, oh, like it's like I have a crush on you. No, I have a crush on you. It's just so awkward, and like the girl's supposed to be like this unbelievably hot, whatever, and the audience, if the girl's always like, and I'm a nerd, I was a nerd, and like I loved Star Wars, and the guys in the crowd are just like, so did we, just like jerking off, and so it just ends with like the crowd just like throwing their like spooge all over this actress.
That's funny.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, what could
So we'll
possibly be
see
the
what
problem?
we're allowed to do with that, and then but then after like we see her get hit with all this cum, they're like, oh, it's yogurt. It's Dan and Yogurt Day. And like we try to make it like they just,
One of their
there was
talk
yogurt
show
under
little
everyone's
sponsor
seat.
Like it was a
bits.
promotion or
Yeah,
something.
for Dan and Yogurt.
That's funny.
Fucking funny, man.
So
Come
you
on.
find out it was yogurt.
And you can show the blowjob, by the way. You can you a shadow?
That's a
bobbing
good
head
idea.
shadow.
Wait, but what is going to be shown in that scene now? What parts do they take out?
I think they don't want to see me get showered with cum.
Even though
Who doesn't want to see that?
But even though the reveal,
I'm like, you haven't seen it, okay? You
but even though the
haven't
reveal is
seen it.
it's
Is
yogurt.
well, we'll see. Well, we're fighting back on that
Oh,
one, so
yeah,
we can
okay.
fight back on some of these notes.
I think it's better if you think it's yogurt, and then at the end, it turns out it's cum.
Yeah, the reveal that it's actually
No,
cum.
that's what you should write. Here's what you do. You write it as saying everyone thinks you're eating yogurt, and then it turns out it's cum, and they're like, no way. And then, how about this? They think it's cum, but it's yogurt. All right, that we can do.
that's fine.
Yeah,
But
go over the top just so you can give them something back.
that might actually work.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad?
You got to go over the top. This way,
Right.
it looks like they're winning on certain battles.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to fight for that.
Where's
You should. Hey, where did he go?
Where is he?
I don't know.
Are they bringing him in?
I don't know. I
What
guess
is fucking? What's
I
happening?
asked-
Is Travis getting autographs?
Erock, what happened?
Erock?
I was told he was coming in. That was the last I heard.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I see Rolando, and I see there it's Tom Green.
Okay.
Oh, Tom Green's got one of those hipster hats on. Jesus. What's he doing?
Oh, no.
I don't
you like
mind
the hipster
Tom.
hat, Amy?
No. I don't like anything like that.
No.
No, I don't like anything.
I don't
No.
like guys who dress well. I don't trust
Right?
it.
Right?
Yeah. You guys are all safe.
Yeah, we dress like fucking slobs.
You think I'm a snazzy dresser?
Snazzy.
Oh, my God.
Snazzy.
Hi, how
Tom
are you?
Hey,
Green.
Tom Green.
Ooh, they get kisses.
What's up,
Yeah.
man?
Hey, guys. Sir.
How are you? How are you?
Great.
Tom?
I just did the Comedy
All right,
Zone
buddy.
in
Good to see
Charlotte,
you.
and Tom, you were at the right. You were just in Charlotte.
Yeah.
I know because I got a bunch of tweets saying Amy was okay, but Tom Green was better.
Whoa.
That's how I knew. I was
Sure,
like,
sure.
thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. That's very,
They were
very
all from
nice.
Tom Green Live
Oh,
on
is
Twitter.
that's who it was from.
Yeah, and Charlotte, that was fun.
That was a good club, right?
Oh yeah, that was really fun. Yeah, absolutely. I liked that out there. That was a good time. North Carolina. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Jesus, Tom, you all right?
Yeah, just been kind of getting going here. Good,
Yeah,
it's good to wake up in the morning with you guys. Thanks for having me on. This is cool. Good to see everybody. Hey, Jim, what's up,
buddy?
How's the stand-up thing going?
It's going good. Yeah. I've been going all over the place. Like I'm just saying, I was just in North Carolina there. So
Are
that
you
was
doing
cool.
as many dates as like a fucking road comic and
Yeah.
so you're
Yeah.
out?
You're doing it.
You're not
People
just
said
like
you're killing.
Oh,
Like,
good.
I've only heard good stuff.
That's nice.
wow.
Yeah,
You're not just like a little
thanks.
hobby thing. Like I'm gonna try stand-up.
I haven't stopped since I was here last
fucking
year.
insane.
Jeez,
Yeah,
really?
so
Wow.
I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
Your
The
life
road
is
isn't
on.
killing you.
Well, a little bit, but
bit, yeah.
it's tiring getting up in the morning.
But
and
you get out.
getting on planes and stuff.
But you get out and see the town or the city. You're one of those guys.
Been making a lot of videos. Making a lot of
some
videos.
videos.
Oh, that's good.
So
Yeah.
I just got a new video camera, and I go, make little documentaries everywhere I go. Just little.
That's
Yeah.
pretty goddamn cool. Oh yeah.
No, it's.
Can
been
we
fun.
see him somewhere?
Yeah, they're up. I was in Arkansas last week, and I did one with these crazy guys that came to my show. But I mean, do you want to hear about this, or do you want to?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you want
Anything.
To,
Anything that gets us to 10
I
o'clock.
feel like, what were you guys talking about?
Coming on
before
Amy Schumer,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we'd much rather hear about the
Not
Arkansas
allowed.
guys.
That sounded.
I know.
Well, the standards and practices allows cum to be shown flung all over Amy.
I heard that. When I was walking. I thought that sounded maybe more interesting
Maybe
than what
more-
I was about to
Well,
say.
I don't know.
Weren't you in Arkansas?
Let's hear about the Arkansas guys.
Well,
you never
it's just
know.
these guys
You
came
never
to my
know.
show. These guys came to my show in Arkansas, and they were kind of these cool guys, and they were kind of like rednecks, I guess they were, right?
Sure.
And they had some photos of their car. They'd built a cannon on it, so I went over and I just made a video with their car with the cannon on it. It's on my website.
Did
You
it
need
fire?
a cannon?
They were just some cool guys, There's some cool guys in Arkansas.
Some
Did
cool
it
shape
shoot?
guys.
Did the cannon fire?
Like they put like a mortar, little firecracker sort of thing they built in
okay.
it. These guys were kind of cool guys. This story doesn't go anywhere.
No.
You see, it's a visual
It's
thing.
a visual. That's fine because
But how about these elections, man? Boy.
Hey, how about let me tell you? Hey, how about those debates the other day? Let me tell you.
Slit our wrists.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, well.
Here's a pretty cool story, though. I was, I think, I don't know if this is a good story, but I'll do some name dropping. I was last week. I was in Los Angeles, where I live, and my friend called me up, and he was with Richard Belzer, and he said to say hi, and he said, come on down, have a drink with Richard Belzer. I'd never met Richard Belzer before, so I went down, had a drink with Richard Belzer, and we were talking, and it was awesome. And then I told him I was coming up to New York, and he said, "Well, hey, come stay at my place."
What?
So I'm staying at Richard's place this week.
You have to feed his dog.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm having fun. He's got a spare apartment that I'm staying at, and hanging out with Richard.
Why would someone do that?
No, we just had a good talk. Weird. It was fun. Yeah, it was cool.
Like how great of a conversation.
Is that what being nice is? Is that being
that's
nice?
two famous guys, because Belzer's famous and Tom is famous, so he knows Tom is not a fucking animal.
Yeah, you guys never invited me to stay at your place.
No,
you
you're right. You're right.
You guys are smarter
I don't
than
let
that,
my family stay at my
Yeah,
house.
you brought livestock into your last house. Why would we?
Yeah, but it's cool. I read his book on the plane, and I've got this portable podcast I'm going to do. You want to do my podcast?
Portable
Amy?
podcast.
Yeah, it's a portable podcast.
Can it be done anywhere?
Yeah.
I was thinking there's not enough podcasts out there.
Yeah.
You got a
I just
couple
feel
more.
like
I'm going to call it two comedians talking to each other on the internet.
Ooh.
that's an original idea.
So
I
what's
think.
it about?
I haven't heard that one yet.
What's Richard Belzer's book about?
Comics talking to each
Does he
other.
talk about his dog a lot?
No, he's got this great book about conspiracy theories. It's called Dead Wrong, and it's about the JFK assassination.
Maybe you should get out of there, Tom.
Is he pro or anti conspiracy?
Well, it's about JFK, Marilyn Monroe, and RFK, and he's making basically the case that this was a conspiracy.
Oh,
Absolutely.
that
He's
it is a conspiracy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'd love to chat with him about it, 'cause I know, Richard, I'm kind of anti-conspiracy.
Jimmy just thinks it fucking happened like it looks, like the simplest possible
You think
explanation.
Lee Harvey Oswald just shot him from
Without a doubt.
up there
Why
through the
wouldn't he?
trees, around the corner?
Why wouldn't he?
I don't think Belzer is the answer to that.
No, I do think it is, yeah.
The Bells. I think the Bells has been on too many of those fucking TV shows where he really thinks he's an investigator now.
Really? See, every time I go to Dallas, which is,
Yeah.
once a year now or something, I'm in Dallas, and every time I go there, I go down to that Dealey Plaza.
Yeah.
And
What's the dealie with that plaza?
It looks
You
impossible.
can use that.
Yeah.
Use that in your comedy show.
It looks impossible to me. The shot looks impossible
Really?
to me. Yeah, I think it actually is impossible. I think
It
it's a
was repeated,
conspiracy.
though. It actually was done by a sniper with Oswald's gun, and his time was improved upon.
What president would agree to do that again?
It was the most. No, they rode the body through again, and he reshot the head. But no, they've done those.
Terrible would that be?
Well, we got to be accurate, so take them up.
Why are you doing that? It's for a pilot we're shooting. Not for
Well,
Discovery.
the part that really gets me about it, though, is when you watch the Zapruder film, right?
Yes.
The Zapruder film.
Zapruder.
And like his head, like, well, not to be, morbid, but, we're talking about JFK getting shot, right? It flies clearly that way.
Yeah.
And from the opposite direction of the grassy knoll.
Yeah,
and when you go
right.
stand on the grassy knoll, it is just so obvious to me that there was another shooter there, right?
Yeah.
But have you seen the still photo of Kennedy? And it's a infrared image or whatever, or a reverse image of Kennedy at the moment of the head impact. His head is going forward. It's not going back. It's
Getting it whiplashed back?
No, but you could see literally.
And he had the back brace, so it prevented him from
Well, that's why he couldn't slouch.
Yeah.
But his head is going forward, and you could see material coming out of his head going forward towards the front of the limo. Yeah, I'll show you.
See, this is the thing about these conspiracy theories is you never know because you hear the opposite argument. Like apparently this is a morbid conversation
It's
for the
very
morning.
morbid.
Yeah,
I know.
but
Me having a
too
hard on is
soon.
even worse.
It's too soon. Too soon.
Too soon.
Give it a week. Give it a week. Give it a week or two.
It's fascinating, though. What do you think? You think someone from the grassy knoll, Tom Green?
Absolutely, absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. That's one that I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Generally, I don't believe them all. I mean, I don't think 9/11 was an inside job or anything like that.
Yeah,
I'm
those.
You're not a truther?
No, I'm not a truther.
Man.
But
I think
this one, the JFK one, that's too much evidence.
But there's not really any. No one could ever come up with a definitive thing. So I always just say that's got to be the easiest explanation. Yeah, a guy
that's
in the
what
window.
everyone does. That's
he
why they
shot,
got away
boom.
with it.
He's calling you a sheep.
It.
That's why they got away with it, right?
I was a conspiracy guy for a long time.
Yeah.
I firmly believed it, and I argued it. I argued from the conspiracy point of view for years.
Yeah.
And I read a few.
What turned you, though? Well, one thing.
Continuing to read about it and continuing to, because conspiracy theorists are always debunking everybody else. But when you read their shit debunked and the facts they've gotten wrong, it's like, oh, they also have a vested interest. Couple things. I read a book by a guy named David Lifton, who's all about the medical evidence, and it's called Best Evidence.
What was the
his middle name's Heavy, you motherfucker. I'm far ahead of you, cocksucker.
I forgot you could say cocksucker on the air here.
Fuck yeah.
Cocksucker. That's
Say it
fun.
anywhere,
enjoy,
really.
so enjoy that.
Try it in
Motherfucker.
church.
What happens is conspiracy theorists will take the teeniest piece of an inconsistency in an investigation and blow it up into anything.
Right.
Yeah. Like there was 13 shots when RFK was killed, and Sirhan only had an 8-bullet revolver. Yeah.
But
little things like that.
No matter how ridiculous something is in their theory, they hold on to it.
Great.
Yeah.
And they refuse to. There's these myths about the way Kennedy was sitting in the limo. The diagram in the movie JFK was wrong. That's not how he was sitting. If he was sitting the way it showed you in the movie, of course it would have been ridiculous. All of these things. Oh, the Warren Commission, that was a shoddy investigation. It's the most in-depth investigation ever done. It was a 9-month criminal investigation. And all of this fucking nonsense that was put out by conspiracy theorists, that there are things that are hard to explain, but you hear like, oh, the House Select Committee on Assassinations said there was a conspiracy. That was acoustic evidence. They agreed with all the fucking medical evidence. They agreed with the bullet entries and everything. It's all this nonsense. So reading all of that and conflicting it with what I had read for all these years,
yeah.
I suddenly, it just made more sense.
The
Tom?
Bells would have something to say about that,
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure.
Bells.
Why don't you tell them tonight?
No, but I mean,
hanging out at his place.
I believed it.
I plan on having a fairly in-depth conversation about it.
Is he there?
Tom Green would be on the street.
Yeah.
You guys are roommates right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys talk in the morning?
Well, it's next door. He's next door. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But,
it's like adjoining rooms or something.
Yeah.
You hear
Does he
people say,
knock on your door and go, are you up?
Yeah.
You want to talk?
Hey.
Yeah,
You
it's
want to
cool.
talk?
Are you
Tom Beck.
awake?
Yeah.
I brought you some eggs,
I
Tom.
hope so. That'll be cool.
you know,
that
someone's
would be
quoting
I'm
the
excited
movie.
to get numb. You know.
When they
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Oswald was a terrible shot, you always know they're quoting JFK when they say Oswald was a terrible shot. He couldn't have made that shot. He was a ball out of a shot.
The fact that
They
he
don't
made
know
the
what they're
shot
talking about.
doesn't mean that it was impossible to make the shot. What if he would have taken those shots, completely missed Kennedy, been arrested? It just would have been some footnote of an assassination attempt. The fact that he hit him might have been the luckiest thing ever. He might not have been able to do it again, but just the fact that he was able to make a very difficult shot doesn't mean there's something to
Multiple
that.
times in under 5 seconds.
He was a sharp, but he was a sharpshooter.
With outdated Italian rifle.
Oswald was a sharpshooter. He was a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
He was not a bad shot. He was a sharpshooter, and then he was a marksman at worst.
Yeah.
Multiple times, right.
Yeah, right.
We're not going to solve this today.
We're close. We're getting
Why don't
close.
we all get back together again tomorrow and take up where
Imagine
we left
if we
off.
did solve it today. You know, it was breaking news later on in the afternoon. Solves the JFK conspiracy.
On this dopey show. Yeah.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Stupid radio show. Yes.
I know sometimes I just don't really believe what I see in TV or trust the government enough to believe, what the Warren Commission or whatever. It could just be a big sham, the Warren Commission.
Yeah. I find a lot of people are very distrusting of the government and very easily able to grab onto these conspiracies these days.
I am. I believe anything anyone tells me. If
Really?
someone shows me
'cause it
some
sounds
movie,
cool.
I'm like, I just buy it. I'm such a
Immediately.
sheep. I'm like, oh, okay, 9/11. Okay, fine. We never walked on the moon. Great. Okay, I'm with, sure. Everything. I believe any movie I see. Bigfoot. Yeah.
Well, it's like you watch these debates, right? You watch these debates, and they're both arguing with each other, and then the next day, one channel says, "Oh, this guy was lying," and then the other channel says, "Oh no, the other guy was lying," and this guy was right. No, the other guy was right. So what's the truth, right? There is no real truth then.
Somewhere in the middle.
But I think, as long as you know that there's no truth, the people that just watch, whatever network and just take that as all fact, which of course they do because they think these are the people who know what they're talking about, but and aren't aware of the agenda behind those. That's what's dangerous. As long as you know to sort of pick and choose what you choose to believe is true and take as fact, then you're okay. But I think so many people are just like, oh, well, it's on the news.
Yeah. That's why I keep it so fucking simple. Vote for the white guy. That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Very black and white.
I'm just going to vote for the guy that I think is more like me.
So you're voting for Obama, then, is what you're saying?
He is a nerd.
Yeah, well, it just seems
He
to me
is
like,
a nerd.
it's all about who looks the most comfortable while they're lying
It's
to
a
you.
reality show.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what it is.
It's
Well,
The
he was more
Bachelor.
confident last time.
Yeah.
Well, I liked his tie.
Yeah.
Okay,
He looks
shut
presidential.
Because Mitt Romney is more comfortable when he's behind a podium. That's what they say. So he won the first debate because there was a
up.
podium.
He seems more likable. Who gives a shit?
In the second debate, they're
Yeah,
walking around and sitting on stools, and they say Obama's better at walking around and sitting on stools. So he won the second one.
Romney had
He
to
won the
practice
stool
getting
sitting.
up and off a stool, remember?
Yeah,
Did
then
you
they
see
had the
that on the news?
tiebreaker. Yeah, they had the tiebreaker where they sit at the table.
Because they said he's a Mormon. He doesn't go to many bars, so he really doesn't know how to use
sit
a
on a
stool.
stool.
Yeah.
So he's actually practicing for the
It's
debate.
amazing. Just because you don't drink doesn't mean you don't sit.
Exactly.
Right.
So stupid.
You usually sit more when you... when you drink, that's true.
Yeah. Romney didn't walk around that stage.
I drive
well.
when I drink.
I've been loving drinking lately. Oh.
Yeah.
Lagavulin, Scotch.
Really?
What is that?
Fucking drinking Scotch?
Drinking Scotch.
That's
Just
what
doing
Hollywood
it.
does
Living
to
my
a
life.
nice girl like you.
I like
don't
drinking
know.
scotch, too.
I
Yeah?
love drinking Scotch. I went to New Orleans and shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
just
happened?
Like, I just got fucking
Fucked up.
retarded.
Do you get wasted every night?
Yeah. Do I?
Yeah.
No. I don't. I haven't drank
Every
in a
second
while.
night you take a night off, then then the next night.
If I know I'm not going to have to be on camera for a while.
Yeah, but like when you're on tour, like you get wasted
No.
before the show.
I did not have one drink in Charlotte.
After the show?
No.
Not even after the show?
No,
Couple
why?
of
I'm not-
Lagavulins?
No, I don't.
Really?
No, do you? Do you drink on the road?
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
Too
do
much.
You drink like who
I
do
don't
you
drink
with?
before. I don't drink before the show.
Yeah.
And I don't drink during the show usually.
Right. Unless
Sometimes
there's, like,
they
a
send me a
third show.
shot on stage, and then you have to drink the shot. So now I've gotten in the habit of telling the bar to send me a fake shot. I shouldn't say that. Now everybody knows if someone's. But yeah, because I don't like being drunk on stage. But then after the show, I like to have a drink or two. And I
yeah.
like scotch. I like to drink scotch
It's
myself.
a real bad feeling getting
Yeah.
on stage. Your first 90 seconds, you slur a word.
Oh yeah, I
You're
can't
like,
stand
"Ooh."
that. That's the worst feeling.
Oh, it is bad.
And being hungover at the airport's not fun either.
Not good.
Fuck.
So-
Isn't that is a bad place to be hungover. I
Yeah.
hate that shit.
No comfortable seats.
Oh yeah, it's just waiting.
Your
One thing
body
you don't want to
hurts.
do when you're hungover is wait for anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Like just the thing of waiting. Ugh, it's annoying.
You know, I'm in my 40s now, and I don't recover very quickly. So I'm making a point to drink less on the road, but I still drink on the road. You don't drink
Yeah.
at all on the road, huh? But you like some Lagavulin when you're not on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I pick and choose when I drink,
Yeah.
and when I do, I really do it.
Are you performing in New York this week?
I'm performing like
Weekend?
kind of 45 minutes from New York.
Oh, yeah, cool.
You're at Caroline's.
Yeah,
huh?
Caroline's. You going to come down to Caroline's,
I'm
have
gonna
some
be-
Lagavulin with me? or-
I would love to. I'll be up in Nyack.
Oh, okay.
Levity Live.
Oh, yeah, I played there last year. That was
Yeah?
yeah.
Look
good.
at you guys.
I
We're
know,
running
it's so
all
weird.
over the place.
It really is.
Everyone go to
performing in New York.
Levity Live, and everyone go to Caroline's.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you live in Philly.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy at Helium, right?
I'm going to guess that the Late Show tonight is sold out by now, so I'm going to guess the only show with availability would be the Sunday 7 p.m. show.
Is that
Very
Helium?
nice.
At Helium?
Yeah.
See, I know all the stuff now. I've been
You
doing
do
this for
know
a while.
all this is
Oh,
fucked
I'm
up.
doing a show at Helium in a couple of months too. Helium.
Look at you.
Helium.
You didn't know any of
I'm
this.
doing a one-nighter.
Nice.
Doing a one-nighter at Helium in a few months.
You doing a showcase?
He knows all the
Come on
lingo
down.
now.
He didn't know
You
any of
all
this.
the lingo.
A couple years back when you first came on the show.
No, you were a babe in the comedy woods.
Yeah, I'm
You're
having a
so
good time.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's a lot
pretty
of fun.
goddamn cool though that you've been doing this now for a while.
I'm
and
having
people
fun.
seem to like. Do you bomb though out there sometimes?
No.
You
I
don't
never
bomb
do.
anymore.
He's killing.
Never do. Don't even worry about it. If you're thinking of coming to my show, don't worry about it. You'll have some laughs. It's going to be fun. I never bomb.
Who opens for you? Do you bring somebody?
I just usually get someone local. Yeah.
That's cool.
Just get someone local. Just
local
Take
guy.
a chance.
Yeah.
And they're all great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I've met a lot of cool people around the
I'm
country.
sure.
And,
Wow.
and sometimes I travel with a friend or something, but usually not. Just
Yeah.
I like
The
just being-
local guy that you know probably never ever leaves that club.
Yeah, I find when I like for a
Amy's
while,
shaking her head.
when I travel with people, then you got to talk to them and stuff and hang out with them.
rather just
and
be by
I'd rather
yourself.
just be by myself.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
I'm doing
Yeah.
that too
Yeah.
lately.
You can always just leave, go, okay, it's bye, and you go back
You're
to your
like,
hotel.
are you hungry? I'm hungry.
Oh.
Let's
Yeah.
go together. In Charlotte, the first night, this dude, it's such a gamble who they pair you with. This guy went up, right before he goes up, he comes back to the green room. He meets the guy opening for me. And he doesn't even look at me, just sort of puts his hand out like to give me like a kind of high five, like a brother, like a, hey, it doesn't even look at me. I go, no, I'm a girl. Hi. No. And you can look at someone when you meet them. I think he was just nervous and trying to play it too cool.
Yeah.
And then before
Well, you
he leaves
shot
the room,
that right down.
oh yeah, I'm like,
You
no,
turn that
just
into
treat me like
now
a
I
comedian.
feel like an asshole.
Right.
And then I'm like, and before he leaves the room, I'm like, and you have a sensor on your shirt. And he goes, "Oh, I was in a rush." And I'm like, "Okay, great."
You mean
like,
he stole something from the Gap?
Shirt
And
from
the
Urban
sensor was
Outfitters.
still on?
And his sensor was on a shirt. And he
How
goes,
do you
"I was in
know
a rush." I'm like, "Oh, that's why you didn't pay for it."
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean, how does Amy know? She's told the stories.
How do you know you're not like a prop guy? He's not a prop guy.
I
That
thought,
was
I
part of his
thought
act.
maybe it's part of the act.
He'd be like,
and then
look, I got this sensor on my shirt. Anyone ever walk out with a sensor on their shirt? Right? I'm not alone here.
maybe he did
I'm not
that,
alone.
but he did not do that. It was not a part of the act.
Boy.
Wow.
It's a gamble.
Oh, it certainly is.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
And then they explode ink when you when you break those.
Yeah,
There's shoots ink all over it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then you'll see someone with ink all over their shirt. You know what happens.
Yeah, it's like when you rob a bank and then the money has an ink thing in it. You know, that's sort of like that.
Yeah, the dye packet.
When I shoplifted,
I watched those shows.
I never stole anything with a sensor on it when I was shoplifting.
No. When I was stealing stuff as a youth, they didn't have any of that.
No,
shit.
they didn't have any of that shit.
They had it when I was doing it, but not.
They had. You know what the deterrent was when I was a kid? Fear.
Yeah.
Fear.
That was it.
You ever do any shoplifting growing up?
Oh, fuck yeah.
The obligatory candy, shit like that, but never anything big. And you were petrified that either your parents are going to find out or the store owner. Even back then, they didn't call the cops. They fucking whacked you. They threw you out of the place. You couldn't go back in, and that was like the place that you went. That was like your bar as a kid was the candy store.
The fear is the best part.
Fear.
The fear is the best part.
That's what it was.
Not from a mom and pop shop, like, you know.
Well,
like a
it's a nice
department
adrenaline
store.
rush.
Yeah.
Sort of a cheap adrenaline rush shoplifting.
Totally.
Yeah. You definitely.
What
get
have
a
you
little...
stolen, Tim? Tom, sorry.
I don't do it anymore. But no. No, I was just one sort of week, I think, in high school where some kid I was hanging out with who was a bad influence. We would go up to Dairy Queen every day at the mall
DQ?
for lunch, and and then he'd say, he started. This guy was like stealing stuff all the time. And then he was sort of like kind of, peer pressuring me into stealing something. So I went into the department store and I stole like a Pope John Paul spoon and a Duran Duran cassette. Because it was just like it was in the back in a sort of a bin somewhere.
It was in the safe area.
Yeah, it was a safe area. So I just stole some stuff I didn't want.
That must have been the time where the Pope was coming around.
I don't feel bad about because nobody would have ever bought that stuff.
No.
It seems like you feel a little bad about it.
I do feel bad about it. Yeah, I do feel bad about it.
I never felt guilty about stealing anything.
Nope. Never.
I never stole again though since then.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Never have stolen anything since. Yeah.
I stole out of like the thrill and then out of necessity. After I got old enough where I didn't have money, and like the drive shaft went on my truck once. I had a Ford pickup truck, and the drive shaft fell right out of it. So I didn't have money to fix it. So I went out that night with my friends, and we found a truck that was exactly like mine. And I just went under with a wrench.
Wow. You hooligan.
Took the drive shaft, and all I could think of, and it wasn't a guilt thing, it was him starting the truck up in the morning, putting it in gear, stepping on the gas, and just hearing, whoa, and going nowhere, and wondering, and it probably took him so long, because the first thing you think is not, my drive shaft must be missing.
Was stolen.
You think, like, there's a problem with it. So, but it made me laugh more than feel bad at all. I wasn't like, oh, the poor guy. I was like, I'd love to fucking see his face.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Yeah. Let me clarify my story just real quickly, because I'm feeling a little bit of guilt right now for telling the story. And I'm realizing, actually, it wasn't a Duran Duran cassette. I just said that to make the story easier to understand quickly on the radio.
Yeah.
It was Arcadia. Remember Arcadia? Had the Duran Duran offshoot where John Taylor and Simon Le Bon or something went off and did a side project. So it was in a bargain bin, and I figured no one was ever going to buy that cassette. And then the spoon, it was no one would ever. It was a spoon that had Pope John Paul II on it, right?
Who's buying
So
that?
I just figured no one would buy it anyway, so it didn't really feel like stealing because no one was ever going to buy it anyway. It was Arcadia. It was not Duran Duran. That's all I'm saying. It was Arcadia.
Tom Green's got some guilt.
Just to clarify.
I don't know.
Just want to clarify. Just want to clarify it was Arcadia.
People love religion and they love spoons. I don't know that you're right about nobody else wanting it.
Well, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go back to that department store. Except they turned it into an indoor go-kart track. Years later, they turned the department store into an indoor go-kart track.
So you were onto something.
I'd probably put them out of business.
So when did you steal a go-kart?
Yeah.
You thief? Yeah.
That would be the funniest thing to try and steal.
That would be really fun. Oh, man. Could you even get them out of there? That would be great. Just down the street. Maybe. I love those things. Who doesn't love a good go-kart track?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Tom, you ever going to fall in love again?
Thing.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I'm kind of, I'm going through a sort of a tough breakup right now, to be honest with you.
Not to get into Tom Green, my God. What happened?
I don't know if I think it's actually, what happened was I screw everything up, basically, is what happened. I screw everything up. So I was with my girlfriend for 2 years. I had a girlfriend the last time I was here. And now I'm sort of recently in the sort of throes of a depressing breakup. And yeah, it's upsetting. It's
How'd you mess
upsetting.
it up? What'd you do? What
happened? I must have just been did something wrong. I don't know. It's hard being on the road. I'm on the road all the time, and then I get stressed out and
They have
stuff, and I
gorgeous
start
waitresses in Charlotte.
No, it's not so much that really. It's just more like I just get stressed out, and then I start freaking out about everything, and then just typical stuff.
Too much pressure and stress for her.
Yeah,
right?
now I'm sort of in this position where I realize that it was probably, it's not a good thing to have be breaking up with my girlfriend. So
Get back together.
Yeah, I know,
Did
but
you
I don't
break
think
up with her?
No, I wasn't really. I don't really think so. No, it was. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't.
Was
really,
it amicable?
I don't really want to say. No. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it was a good thing to do, though. At this point, I feel like it was a bad thing to do. So I'm a little torn up about it. To be
But
honest,
I think
with
you always go through that, like right after you go through
Since
that.
you brought
I
it
don't
up,
think
I'm
this
just-
was good, and then it gets okay.
Yeah,
you know.
You don't have to talk about this stuff just because we break
No, I
it
know,
up.
but I wanted to give you an honest answer. You know,
But you don't
'Cause
have to
asked me if
talk
I ever
about
going to
it.
fall in love again, and then I realized, I guess I sort of was in love,
Just
and
say I
now
don't wanna
I'm not
talk
in
about
love.
It's bad right now, but you guys will get back together and it'll be fine.
I actually hope we do, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I hope we do.
Good.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to bring the mood
No,
down or
you're-
something.
no.
I just like honesty, you know.
I like honesty too.
Yeah, I
everybody,
like that.
everybody goes through total
Breakups.
horse shit with their relationships. And
Yeah.
there's
Oh
bad
my
times and there's good
God,
times.
Right. Horse shit. I got to use that word more too. Horse shit. Yeah, that sounds like good
Enough of
sounding
the
word on the
horse
radio.
Like right now, things are good with me, like
Yeah.
dating
Yeah.
wise. But
Yeah.
I know it's all temporary. So it's like you have to just enjoy it when things are good.
Yeah.
Because
It's temporary with your boyfriend right now, is it? Or
I mean, we just always break up and get back
oh,
together.
okay, you do. Okay,
Yeah, but
so then there's still hope for
yeah.
me and my girlfriend.
Oh yeah, we've broken up for like 6 months. I've dated other people.
Really?
Your
Talked
whole
about
life
it on the
is
radio.
sitcom-y.
And what are
Your
you
whole
talking
life is
about?
very sitcom-y.
How is it sitcom-y?
I don't know, like just the way your whole real life is like a
Like a
sitcom,
sitcom?
kind of. The boyfriend
That's
that comes in and out of the picture, able to like date. You got these wacky
You're making
sex
it sound
stories.
like I'm dating some nice accountant. It's like I
Yeah?
date like one of the other worst human beings walking around on the earth. There's nothing sitcom-y. We are monsters together.
Really?
We are
Nice.
horrible monsters together.
So why do you guys keep getting back together?
Because we love it.
Yeah.
We're
You just
we're
love the
fucking
drama
awful
and the
people.
addicted.
No. There's no drama.
Oh.
It's never a like, there's never
Okay.
cheating or screaming or saying. We've never said anything we regret to each other, but it's been over 3 years.
Are you mean about other people?
No. Wait, I mean
Like when
in
you
general. What do
when
you
you
mean?
talk to each other about other people, do you just bash the shit out of people?
Oh yeah. Oh my God! Just if
There's
there
no
was
better
a
love
hidden camera, they'd be
than
like these awful people.
There's truly no better love than a love based in hate.
It is so
It's
deeply marinating in hate.
You have
around
so
the
much
clock.
to talk about.
Yeah.
It's a very passionate feeling, hatred. So if you hate somebody or a group of people or this or that, and you could share that with someone, it's fantastic.
It's love. That's love.
That's true love, Tom.
Hatred.
Yeah.
You don't have that, I guess.
No. Well,
Oh man.
I think the thing is I'm starting to like. I don't like do like. I'm things. I think I'm. Well, I'm not going to say this on the radio. I think I'm starting to like. My biological clock is ticking. Does that happen to men?
Yeah, I think it does.
I think because I'm
They call it
41
midlife
years
crisis,
old.
but, yeah.
I don't have any kids.
Do you want to have kids?
Yeah, I want to have kids.
You know what happens?
And it's like because I like the idea of like having some kids, like teach them how to play hockey and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you play hockey?
Yeah. Well, I used
okay.
to play hockey. No, you don't. I don't think that's the thing about hockey. You don't keep playing hockey because it's too dangerous as an adult. Strapping skates on and going out and slamming people into boards and stuff.
I think as people you get older, you start to fear death, and then people like us who are a little self-obsessed are like, well, I don't. How can I live forever? I can make something with my body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be around, but there'll be someone that kind of looks like me walking around.
This guy will talk about me at least.
Yeah.
Speak to my representative when I'm not here.
Well, the other side of that, when you do have kids, you realize how fast your fucking life is going. Though that's the other
Really?
side of that.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
Because they just grow up so fast.
And you realize, oh wait, he's my fucking replacement, and he's getting bigger every day.
Yeah, that sounds
my
scary.
Gosh,
Yeah,
that's
that's the other
terrifying.
side of it.
You're growing a replacement. Yeah. For
you're
yourself.
growing your own replacement in your own
you go.
fucking house.
Here it is.
Yes.
Sometimes you grow your own fucking murderer too.
Oh, that is kind
I
of
was
weird.
thinking about that.
I've always found that weird where you have a kid and that's the person that takes you out of the world.
Yeah.
He
How
could
weird is
actually
that?
kill you.
It's like a
He could
walking,
kill you.
like
happens.
a walking fucking disease that's coming to get you later in life.
How do you deal with the pressure of all the outrageous things the kid could do? The kid could be a murderer, could murder someone else.
It's
crazy,
could go
right?
rob a Pope John Paul spoon somewhere and get thrown in
Arcadia tape.
Stealing Arcadia.
and a not Duran Duran and Arcadia tape.
Yeah, you know, you got to
Yes.
be worried about those bad
Did
decisions.
you see We Need to Talk About Kevin? Did you see that movie? We Need to Talk About Kevin?
No.
Oh, God. That's the worst thing that can happen.
It sounds very familiar.
Tilda Swinton's in it, and they just wind up having this kid that is a monster.
Really?
And it all leads up to a really awful thing.
See, that's what can happen.
Nice.
That's one of the many things that can
Yeah,
happen, Tom
it
Green.
just scares you. I was like, I put in 2 Nuva rings that month. I was like, get up there. Do your job.
Are you petrified of pregnancy?
I've never been pregnant. I think something must be wrong with me, but
that's nice.
I'm not petrified of pregnancy. I could see myself one day wanting to do it, but it would
One
be
day.
because of for narcissistic
If you
reasons.
like,
we're so
God
busy.
forbid.
When am I gonna?
If you, God forbid, got pregnant now during
Would I
this
murder
big
it?
time, would you have it killed in,
No.
in a legal fashion?
At 31, I don't think I'd have
Would you legally have it killed?
At 31, I
As the
would.
Supreme Court allows you.
Yeah, yeah.
I fucking love Tom Green. I've just decided I love Tom Green. His eyes said it all. Like, what the fuck am I sitting in
That's a little harsh. I mean, I'll hump a dead moose, but that was a little harsh. You know, that was a little harsh.
It is.
I think I would. I think I'd Juno it. I'd carry it and give it to like some sad Southern family.
Yeah.
No, I would keep a kid at this point. But
You
I
would?
know I would have had I been pregnant when I was younger. I'm
Imagine
sure I
though.
would've
Imagine this though. All right, you're
taken its
pregnant.
life.
You decide to keep it.
Yeah.
And then during the pregnancy and stuff, you lose out on all these inroads you're making now as
Yeah.
the Amy Schumer stuff, and then you just have such resentment for the child that fucked up your career
and my body.
and your body. Oh God! And then you're just a disaster.
I'd rather kill it than put it up for adoption.
Jeez.
Why?
Fuck yeah, because I don't want.
Opie's from the "if I can have you, no one will."
Yeah, I don't want
That
to.
is
I don't want to know that I have a kid out there that I can't be in contact with.
Well, I'm sure you do.
You think I have a kid out there?
Oh, out there
definitely
somewhere,
do.
right?
It must be a few of us.
What do you think? Those cold nights in Western New York.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Helium sold out now, Jimmy. You made the
I think it's probably. I think tonight's clean. We'll see Sunday.
Sunday.
What are those tennis balls?
We were
For my-
supposed to sign him. I think.
Oh my God, no!
For my
Jimmy's
back.
got it for his back.
I have.
You don't want to know it.
This is
Yeah,
just.
for his back. It
Jimmy's
goes right
all-
in his hole.
Jimmy's always
This
up
is
to
such a
something.
Jimmy
you know
thing.
that.
Literally, my back has been tense, so I'm just kind of. I put them on the back of my chair,
It's my fault for asking.
and I do
know,
this
you're right.
until I come.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
I
and
have
I'll,
heard that's
I'll
good.
paint them black and I'll put them on my chin and I'll go no, but I'll suck them anyway. You know how it is.
I use a badminton shuttle.
Oh God.
That's good. That was a
operational,
bad
man.
joking shuttle.
Tom, they're saying you have another interview.
Oh God, damn it!
Erock.
With Erock?
Back me up, Erock.
No, where are you going?
He has to go to Sway.
Can I hang out here for a bit, or
Yeah,
or
Sway.
I got to go to another?
Yeah.
Oh man, hell yeah!
I think we're more your demo than Sway.
They always like.
Yo, that's the weird
stack 'em up here.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm doing the serious tour.
Oh, you're
here
doing the
this
tour
morning.
today?
You are,
Yeah.
You're all over.
I don't really want to go though. That's the thing. Can
I
I,
know,
just,
right?
you know,
I'm fun.
Dang.
how much longer are you guys on for?
Well, we were supposed to be out of here 10 minutes ago, Tom.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The show's ending soon, anyway.
We stay
was
overtime
supposed
with,
to end already.
Yeah.
with you guys. We stay
yeah,
late,
see, what we
and we
do for
never
you.
stay late.
Nice.
Well, can I just keep
Never
talking
stay
until
late.
you end it, and then we all leave
might as
together?
well.
I'd rather just end it. If you're ending soon, I'd rather
That's
just
what I'd rather
That's
do
fair.
too.
and
That's
just
fair
sort of
enough.
wander
I like
out
the
of
way
here.
Tom thinks.
Sort of
I
like
wonder
a-
if we're talking about you after you leave.
Yeah. What do they want? Yeah. No, I mean,
Wonder?
unless I have to go. Do I have to go?
No, we don't care.
Do you
about
really go
them
for a little
across
bit longer? Or,
Yeah, we are now. We fool around.
Yeah.
It's up to us, really.
Yeah.
in
That's
the
cool. You just
end.
keep going as long as you want to go.
Yeah, and then when we run out of steam, we get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
That's usually.
Well, not necessarily. We'd be out by 7:10. It's all
The
stretching.
first hour of the show is always amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because we have all the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're ready
This was
to go.
fun, though. I had fun here.
It's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
I like having
You've been
you in.
shocked a few times in the last
Yeah.
half hour or so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Amy will do that. It's terrible. She's
I get shocked all the time.
She's a horrible person.
People want to know if you still
No.
get periods, Amy. Sorry.
Oh man,
I'm 31. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I still bleed
Because
betwixt
you're
the
surprised.
legs.
Well, because the whole you haven't been
Betwixt.
pregnant thing.
So would
Yeah,
you guys?
I've never been pregnant.
Would you guys do my podcast? My
No,
podcast?
no.
Would you do it?
We're going to do your podcast,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Portable podcast.
Yeah, I can show up at your house or something like that, or we could do it at a Starbucks.
Yeah, let's do it in public.
That's
We
great.
could do it on a bus stop somewhere. Yeah.
Is it battery powered?
Yeah, I can make that happen. Yeah.
That's like anywhere you could go then.
Yeah,
That's pretty
we
fucking
could do
cool.
it.
I
Do
like
it at a
that.
bus stop somewhere. Just go
Yeah.
talk at a bus stop.
That sounds great. I'd love to talk to you at a bus stop.
I can
Imagine
take
that every-
phone
yeah.
calls and stuff too. We can take calls
Every couple of minutes you just hear.
Oh my God, I'm sure you guys have talked about this forever, but that uppercut, holy shit.
Oh, on the bus.
Oh, that video, yes.
I can't get over
I've
it.
never loved the man so much. He's the
Wow.
funniest bus driver since Ralph Cramden.
She got right up.
How the fuck did she take that?
You haven't
Did
seen
you
the
see
video?
it?
Tom.
Uppercut.
It's a bus driver. He's on a bus. There's a black guy, bus driver, black chick. She's like a ghetto rat, kind of skinny black chick, and she's bad mouthing the
We
bus
get the
driver.
race, Dan. We get the race.
Yeah.
Black-
Well,
they're
you
black,
got
black,
it.
black,
His hands were black.
Not the palms.
You know those people?
Exactly.
And what they're capable of doing?
No, because you got to kind of.
African, he came over.
It's a
Right,
whole
you know,
different vibe. If it's white people on
Not
the
a real
bus,
person.
They're
it's a
Armenian.
whole different vibe than black people on the bus.
You're right.
So when the black chick is yelling at the black bus driver blackly in a black-like way, they're arguing, and she pushes him at one point. He's driving the bus.
Spits on him.
And spits on him, yeah. And he pulls the bus over, and she's just, and he fucking pulls his arm way back, bam, hits her right under
She's
the
like,
chin.
hit me. She's like, go. He's like, you want it? You want it? You want it?
Wow.
Okay, here it comes. And
She flies backwards.
Wow.
And he points at her and goes, "You want to act like a man? I'm going to treat you like a man."
Wow.
And the other
picks her
line,
up and throws
you going
her
to
off
jail
the bus.
now?
Yeah, he picks her up and throws her off the bus. She comes back, though.
She gets it back
comes
on and
back
fights
at him.
him.
I'd have been fucking gone.
He's the greatest guy ever.
It was
Nice.
the greatest upper.
Yeah, we
I mean, the
really like when a
punch. It was
woman
just a
gets
beautiful
fucking
punch.
You just heard
knocked
a
out.
Yeah,
pop.
absolutely.
Pop when it hit him.
That's a little.
I mentioned they were
little
black.
Applause for.
Yes.
No.
We love
It's
when a
amazing.
woman takes an
It's just a thing
uppercut
of beauty,
from
the
a man.
punch.
It's just
The punch is-
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Punch. He pulled that way back.
And she's
Danny,
awful enough that you're
you want
not
to see it real
upset.
fast, and then we will leave?
Yeah. Okay.
Because we can't compete with this fucking punch. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
Tom Brady.
that's good.
Okay.
Who's going to be at Caroline's all this weekend?
Yeah.
And the Amy Schumer at Levity Live.
Levity Live.
West
Yeah.
Nyack, great club up there as well.
And I'll be at the Atlanta Punchline soon.
I think
forget when.
these people out there could figure it out. One night Tom Green, one night Amy Schumer.
I'm going to Ohio.
Ohio.
I'm going to be in Baltimore.
A swing state.
Yeah, and I'm going out
Where
to
in Baltimore?
Helium. Where am I playing in Baltimore?
The
I'm gonna-
comedy factory?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
yeah,
cool. That's
I think so.
fun.
Oh, here we go.
Watch this punch.
You and your bitch. I bring my daughter up in. I bring my granddaughter up in. Okay, well bring them, nigga. Bring your mammy up here, bitch, and I'll beat her ass too. Oh shit. Nigga, I dog that
She's got nice tits.
Look like somebody that slice your face up. Oh, you motherfucker. Your face up. Bitch, somebody.
See, she pushed him in the bus.
While he's driving the bus. So he stops this bus.
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
There you go.
See, Tom, you should have done that on your show.
Man.
100% justified.
But she gets up, man.
She's a rough one.
She comes back at
I can't stand when people shoot vertically with their
Yes,
iPhone.
we talk about
Everybody
it all
knows
the
the
time.
aspect ratio of YouTube is 16:9 widescreen. You got to turn your phone
you.
sideways.
Again, if I can bring race into this again.
Okay, I was into
do
the technical
notice
aspects of this.
black people, when they video stuff for World Star Hip Hop, usually do hold the cameras up like this.
Yeah.
I have an attachment that will be fantastic for that.
Okay.
It's a plastic gun.
Oh, God.
And what you do is you attach the camera on top of the gun in portrait mode. So when they point it, they normally turn the gun sideways.
True.
Now the camera is the proper
the
way.
right way. And you're holding your gun
They
how
hold
you
the gun
want to.
sideways.
That is more the sort of a gangsta way of shooting.
Gangsta way to
You
shoot.
got to turn the gun sideways.
So the camera being on the
solved the
gun
JFK
turns sideways.
conspiracy.
Maybe
done a lot
that's
here
how
today.
Oswald did pull it off.
Oh,
We've
Maybe
done a
he
lot
was-
here today.
Yes.
Maybe he was holding the rifle sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah, that's how we pulled it off. Put a little spin on it.
I think you solved it.
I always think Tom Green will never be back on our show.
I knew we solved it today.
Because he gets a little shocked by us, I think.
Yeah, no. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime, obviously. I'm always surprised that you invite me back. To be honest with you.
Every time.
Please. We love having you on.
Why don't we
here,
get
man.
out
It's
of
a lot
here?
of fun.
Because Tom really has to go to Sway next door.
All right.
Across the tracks.
I'll let you guys shut the show down.
We do it fast. Watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I have to plug.
And Jimmy?
Helium tonight. Sunday.
Oh my God, Jimmy.
I also have Friday, November the 9th. I'll be in Toronto. Haven't been in Canada in quite a while.
Oh, get up there.
My homeland.
Randolph Academy Dark Comedy Festival. And November 15, 16, and 17, I will be in the aforementioned Dallas.
God, it's making my skin crawl.
At the Addison Improv.
Yeah, nice. Go down to Dealey Plaza.
I've already been there, and Oswald did it.
Yeah.
Buffalo, New York, New Year's Eve. Which
Why did you do that to yourself?
December 28th through 31st at the Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo. It's crazy.
There's a Helium in Buffalo?
It's open, yeah, and it's crazy to go up there.
Oh,
my God.
I'm sorry I did this, you guys.
Right.
Breaking news, Sway just canceled Tom Green.
In this weather because it's cold enough.
I'll be in Atlanta.
And
November
everybody
9th
add me
and
on
10th.
Twitter, by the way. My Twitter is at Tom Green Live. Not at Tom Green. It's at at Tom Green
Are you
Live.
sure?
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it up this time. Are you sure? It's Tom Green Live, right?
Yeah, Tom Green Live, yeah.
All right.
That's the better one to have anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry about that, Tom.
we think that we get cold
Have we
weather.
officially apologized for that?
No, no need to
But
apologize.
you go up to Buffalo, and man,
What happened?
it is going to be cold.
Amy Schumer, Levity Live, West Nyack, starting tonight.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Amy's got some very funny stuff.
I got jokes.
And get all my dates at tomgreen.com on my tour calendar on tomgreen.com.
And buy us some whiskey.
Thank you.
Lagavulin.
Get some scotch.
Oh, yeah.
Got time to do that.
So when do you drink scotch then if you're not drinking it on
Well,
the
I
road?
wait until I'm with people I really love,
Yeah.
like that I want to be around,
Yeah.
and then I drink it with them.
Where do
So
you go
this
drink
weekend
in
I'll
L.A.?
drink.
Do you go drink in L.A. ever? Or?
I don't go out to drink.
Oh, you
I
don't
drink
go.
at
Just
my
drink at
hotel
home.
or,
Oh, yeah.
or
Stay home
somebody's
and
home.
get drunk
Yeah.
by yourself at home.
No judgments there.
No, none at all,
We
Amy.
can't all steal shit from the bargain bin, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. We all have our little issues.
All right, I love you guys so much.
Amy.
Say
Thank
it back.
you,
Say
I
it back,
love you.
everyone.
Jimmy,
everyone say
I
how
love you
thank
guys
you.
too.
I love you, Tom Green.
Thanks,
of
guys.
course.
But
Love
now
you,
that
Tom
we've all
Green.
said we love each other,
No.
I
Please.
don't
Oh, God.
Please,
What are you doing?
I've had it.
kind of talk to you.
I'm out of this show.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Are the dinosaurs marching, marching? We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that? We are the dinosaurs marching, marching. We are the dinosaurs. We make the earth flat. We make the earth flat.
The Opie and Anthony Show is pretty much over. This show will be available later today with SiriusXM On Demand. After ONA Live is next.